Welcome back to Tesseract, episode 5.
How did I get here?
What? We teleported you in. Scotty's really good at that. So, we have a few announcements entering the game. Sorry if my face is not expressive. I am just a tired human. But we will continue until I wake up. First announcement. We got our first sponsor. These guys are super awesome, a lot of fun to work with, and we're very understanding. Easy Roller Dice. They sell dice. That's their whole thing.
And beard oil.
And beard oil? What?
Yeah.
I want beard if I can't use it. But
So everyone in the other,
Yeah.
what's the name of the other game?
Sunder?
That you play with everyone who has beards.
Save or
Save or
Dice.
Dice. If any of you are watching, go buy beard oil for us.
You get a D20 with your
That's
beard
awesome.
oil purchase, yeah.
Yeah, they have like
Awesome.
main dice, metal dice, dice bags, which I actually need a new dice bag because
Me
mine
too.
is falling apart.
They have dice
anyways.
bags?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, they have dice bags.
okay.
Velvety goodness. So if you use our promo code XP23 or XP23,
No spaces.
yeah,
The
no
numbers.
spaces. She's gonna put it in chat. Nikki's back, by the way, so go praise her.
Oh, praise.
You will get 15% off your purchase, and we'll make some good money so that I can quit my job and do more videos.
Which we all want.
Yeah, everybody wants me to quit my job. All right, second announcement. This is the last time we'll be streaming on XP2 Level 3, so all of you watching, go subscribe to Arcane Arcade. That's where this will be up next week, and that's where Sunder will be up next week. And on Wednesday, that's where this will be on the internet forever. So if we mess up, that'll be permanent.
Yay.
And you can watch it again and again and again over there.
Yep.
Last announcement. We can't do donation memes anymore throughout the whole episode because we have stories to tell. So before each break, just before we take that little 10 to 20 minutes, I'm going to give praise to everyone who donates ridiculous amounts of money for no reason. Shame on you. So
We love you.
We got
Yeah, we love you,
69 last night. Yeah.
I heard. I was in the other room and you were like, "No! Stop!" Yeah, back to the game. Where we left off, I think I'll be doing the recap.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just gonna recap last episode because if we keep recapping the whole series when we're 20 episodes in, we'll die.
That'll be the
That'll be the
whole-
yeah, that'll be the stream.
Yeah.
It'll be like too many cooks.
Yeah.
The whole thing is recapping and then just
And then we got here. See
you
you guys
walk
next
into a
episode.
tavern next episode. Yeah. All right. We were talking to Mylera, who Ket had gracefully given a new name for because she does not remember hers. She is in the center of ancient ruins in a town on an island that seems to be in the middle of nowhere. This island is very unique in many of its features and really sheds light on just what happened that 100 years ago when creatures rained down from the sky. There are craters that cover this island, and there is an enormous figure about roughly the size of a mountain. His height is, I actually have it somewhere, I think. Yes, I have it somewhere. He's very big. And the way that he rests over the island, because I was really bad at describing it, is sort of like this, with two swords stuck into either side of the island. His head is hanging over the very top of the island.
He's massive.
And he looks very ominous and threatening. When night comes, his eye sheds brighter than daylight, covering the entire island, and no one really understands why this happens. Returning back to the exact moment when we left off, Mylera was answering questions for the party.
That was a woman we found.
Yes, she is the only living person they've met other than a hideous creature that almost killed everybody.
Yeah.
That's about it.
I mean, he was kind of beautiful.
He was very handsome,
In his
sort
own
of like an anglerfish.
Aw.
All right, so we're with Mylera right now.
Yeah, you are in the center of this large town, and to describe it more, it's very overrun with most of the wildlife you've seen on this island. Further out, it seems like craters and dead trees and thin grass and moss that are starting to retake the island, but in the center, there are a lot of destroyed buildings that are pretty effectively overrun by these plants.
Okay.
And it branches out. from the edge that you entered, it was about 6 blocks of buildings with little roads that are dilapidated. So there could be a couple hundred buildings that this lost civilization used to be made up of.
Are we? Is the current time of the day first day or second day?
This will be the second day of. Well,
I mean, is it? Are we? Is it normal sun or is it?
I believe it is late at night.
Okay.
Everyone is very exhausted and heavily wounded.
Yeah.
You are sitting at the base of a ziggurat that has collapsed into itself with a beautiful mural facing you. There's a small little map of the island in the center that has been sort of corroded, but it sort of sheds light on where you guys are right now.
Alright.
Well,
You're free to continue questioning.
you guys have any more questions? Otherwise, I really need to sleep.
What happens
Yeah, I'm
when
feeling pretty tired
the remaining monsters are destroyed?
My quest will be done. I feel like I'll have answers then. I've gained memories for some of the ones that I've killed. It hurts just to remember anything. But there's so few left. If you look at the mural, I believe only 4 are alive now.
Yeah, I see that.
Answering all of your questions has left me with 1. Can you take up my quest?
Yeah.
I can offer you gold items. This island has treasures that I can't use anymore. I've forgotten how to, but
Well, if you're not going to use them,
I'd happily give them to you
I
if you
might
could
need
do
them
this
for
for me.
my journey, because we got to get off this island. But well, I mean,
Yeah, I kind of feel like taking this thing off.
yeah, it's kind of freaky what's going on here, and I want to help you.
I can't quite count how many are left, but it looks to be 3 or 4. It's almost nothing compared to when I started, I think.
You've done a good job, but your time is done, soldier.
Yeah, her arm is completely missing. It looks like the wound has been covered by wrappings. You can't quite tell how recent. They are stained with blood, but it looks to be a little bit dried.
You fought good, you fought hard, and now you can rest. But don't die, because that would suck.
Well, I was actually hoping you could still fight with us because you seemed to take that thing on pretty well last
Oh,
time.
hey,
I mean,
she's only killed, I don't know, 95% of this entire island. I think she did her part.
we don't know that. She said she doesn't remember if she killed them all. It could have been someone else before her. And now
That
it's
creature was actually the one that took my arm.
that specific one.
Yes. I think it's the only one left. Everything on this island is unique and hideous in its own way.
But wait, so that's the only one left?
I believe so.
There are 4 still not crossed out.
Yeah, as you look at the mural, you can sort of hone in on the creatures that are remaining. The one that you recognize immediately is this sort of archaic creature with 2 sets of arms on its upper hands that have large javelins or glaives, I believe, and its other hands are chains. A different creature looks to be like a large, taller than that creature, a hulking water elemental with a small... The way that this is painted, you can't quite understand what is in there, but there's a small, maybe it's a brain, resting in its head. The rest of it is made of water, and it is standing over mountains of corpses. Another one looks to be sort of a cross between a dragon and a goat, and you would recognize this as the creature that you found when detecting anything that was alive on the island. It seems to be somewhat bestial, that you can understand. And the last one is probably the smallest. It looks to be maybe a quarter of the size of the creature that you fought earlier today or earlier tonight. And it looks to be like some sort of lizard with a large set of legs and several eyes that cover its face. And that's all that you can point out that hasn't been scraped away by these red markings that cover the mural.
Ribbit. Oh, okay. Liam says that he's not gonna help, so just all these fights.
Hey, does Liam normally help in fights?
I'm surprised that something like him has survived.
Yeah, he's a tough guy.
Yeah, me too.
He's a tough guy. I keep him safe.
Is Liam gonna stay here or
What?
in your pocket?
Hey, can you take care of Liam while we?
Of course I can.
Okay. Are you gonna be helping us fight these guys? You done for now?
I can't.
All right. Yeah, you can hold on to Liam now.
But since you've taken up my quest, I have something that will help you. That's helped me before. She goes in around the corner of the ziggurat, sort of holding her arm as she walks, and she comes back with a sword. This sword looks just to be a standard short sword, very simple, very basically designed, but it stops at the fuller. You would assume that it was broken, but just beyond, starting at the edge and ending at the point of the blade, is a floating section of the rest of the blade, and it is pointing.
Is this on the mural?
No, she's holding it in her
She's
hand.
She's holding this.
And it is pointing sort of to the west.
Does that point to where the nearest beastie is?
Yes.
Cool.
I've been using it. I would continue, but I only knew how to use it with my other arm. I've tried training myself repeatedly with this sword, and I just forget what I learned.
It's alright. I'm not very good at using swords. Wait, maybe.
Can you hold on to
What
Liam?
kind of sword is it?
In a pouch. Just feed him sort of every time.
Is that a
She
sword?
can't really.
Short
She
sword.
hands you the sword. She takes a Liam in her hand. He seems very comfortable with her.
Okay.
Aw, how cute.
If he gets, dehydrated, just put him in his pouch. It has some water in
He has a pouch.
Yeah, it's like a damp pouch that I keep water, so that, yeah, that's fine.
She takes it.
Dang.
Is it Marshall?
Yeah. Well, I can use that.
Am I
I'm not
still
very good.
Here you go.
You give me the sword?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Sorry,
very
she
weird
had
the
it
way
in
that
her
it
hand.
moves, because when you hold it straight up, it still points at a flat angle like a compass.
Okay.
Like the tip does?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, weird.
Well, you heard
I'm
it's
gonna
like, it's like
swing it around.
separated, right?
Yeah.
The sword itself moves normally, and you can almost feel the weight of the end of the blade as you move it, but it stays very stagnant, like a compass.
I'm gonna.
What does it do when we locate?
I don't remember.
I'll probably like. I don't know. We'll know. We'll see it. I'm
I
not the
wish I
best
could-
at using swords. Does anybody else want to use it? Because if I can use it,
I don't know how to use that thing.
If none of you know how to use it, you can at least
oh,
locate creatures with it.
I know how to use it. I'm just not that good at it.
I can.
Then you don't know.
I mean, I can use it to point us in the right direction.
No, it's okay. I got it.
I can use it to fight too if we need.
You know what? I'm gonna try something.
Okay.
I'm gonna sit down. I'm gonna try to attune to it.
It doesn't feel like something you can attune to. It has very stationary properties.
All right.
You can't unlock
Can't
it
attune to
anymore.
it. Does this sword cut any harder than any other sword, or is it just like points?
I remember fighting that thing very, very faintly, but I believe it did more damage than I would have been able to normally.
Okay, I'll try that. You got a sheath? I'll just hold it then. Onward to this way.
I'm gonna sleep, if you don't mind.
Oh yeah, I'm really.
Jacob,
Oh.
is that encumbered kid?
How heavy is the sword?
I believe a short sword is a
It's
couple.
It's just a
it's
normal
3
short
pounds.
sword. Let me just add it to my
Yeah.
equipment.
I thought short swords were simple weapons.
They are not. They are martial weapons.
Oh,
I just
okay.
looked it up.
Oh,
Interesting.
that's
No,
yeah.
good.
Okay.
Come on, good. I'm gonna wield this thing.
She takes you over to a nearby building very close to the mural, and it looks to be mostly dilapidated, but she has put the burned wood that she's found in the forest to sort of refortify this building. It looks like it was originally made of stone, and she's excavated what had collapsed inside. It's very homey. It feels almost familiar to everyone that enters.
Oh, thank you very much. I think I'm gonna get some shut eye because I think I'm still bleeding.
Yeah, do we
I'll.
other places around here where we can sleep? Like
Yeah,
we
she
can-
just took you to a building.
Oh, okay.
Is it inside the ziggurat or just a
It's
crushed
a
building?
nearby building.
Okay.
The ziggurat, it doesn't even look like you can enter how destroyed it's been.
Well, long rest.
Okay. It's very strange, but this feels familiar to you too.
Mm.
The inside of the building.
Like,
Just a little bit.
oh,
Okay. Everyone long rests?
yeah.
She stays inside the building. Looks like she nods off after a little while. And so you were about what? In the middle of the night, I would think. So it is now midday. It's a lot darker outside than it was when you went to sleep.
Stupid. Alright.
Looming shadow
Yeah,
above
I
you.
know.
Like a canopy.
That's Cat saying it's stupid.
Yeah. Well. Shut up. I
Jacob,
thought it was
no,
cool.
Jacob thinks it's really cool. Alright, you guys ready to go fight some bad guys?
I need a little time to.
Oh, yeah, sure. Do your druid stuff.
When you guys wake up, you are very thirsty and very hungry again. The amount of time you spent unconscious has more or less drained your bodies than it has reinvigorated them. You really had very little to eat or drink.
I'm thirsty.
Here's some berries.
I said I was thirsty.
Um,
I'm actually kind of hungry too.
yeah.
Thank you.
Okay. Hand
This
her.
game would be so much harder if you couldn't cast that.
Oh wait, no, I don't cast
That's why
that.
having a druid is awesome.
Yeah, I know. It's so
I'll,
Or a cleric.
Mm.
Either one.
I'll pull out the fruit that I found last game.
The food.
I found fruit.
I said I was thirsty.
Oh yeah, you picked it along the trail, right?
Yeah, I found
Okay.
a day's worth of fruit. And
It's
then-
very strange. There's sort of like mangoes. They're very colorful fruits, and they're sort of small and weak, but you can eat them.
Cast create water and then
Okay.
fill up everyone's water.
Okay.
Where do you put the water when you create it?
Into their water skins.
Okay.
Do I have one of those?
That's right. You can
No.
fill any number
You
of.
don't have a water skin?
It's
I
crazy.
have 2 of them if you want them.
Oh, yeah. Can I just take it?
Mm-hmm.
Thanks, buddy.
Greg's
Appreciate
pouch
that.
slowly wells with water.
There you go.
Just fill my mouth.
It's, instead of like the full room raining, it's concentrated just like a geyser.
Oh, now I'm encumbered.
With the water skin?
Stupid water skin.
Yeah, pretty-
I'm gonna drink it and then give it back to you. It's kind of heavy.
Good thing it weighs less when it's in your stomach.
Yeah, I know. I think I can edit it. Let me hang it. I think I can edit how much it weighs. Because it's 5 pounds, and I think that's if it's full of water.
Hmm.
Yeah, I can customize it. How much would it weigh when it's not
Like a
full of
half a
water?
pound.
Half a pound.
Yeah. It's leathery, so it's close to 3/4, but that's too specific.
So I'm thinking plan of attack this time on the monster is we don't let it just walk straight towards us and then stand there and hope that it doesn't kill us. I think that would be a good plan.
I think that I can keep it in one spot.
Oh, okay, yeah, that'd be great. We should do that.
But then we would have to go to it.
Well, okay.
Well, I
let's
mean-
devise a plan. Are we going for the chain dude again?
Well, I don't think we get to choose. Does that sort of let you?
That's true. What did she say? They're all different, I think, right?
Yes.
Well, she thinks that's the last one.
She should just fold.
No.
There are 4 not crossed off. But,
But she thinks that this one is the last one.
yes.
Okay. So we might just be fighting something completely different.
If
Well, we're
if
still
she's
going to fight
wrong.
the chained monster that we have
So we
fought
are going to
before.
go fight the chain monster.
I'm assuming that's what the sword is going to take us to.
Okay. So, what do we know about this guy? We know that he can open up his mouth and make you want to feel like you want to die.
His 4 arms.
That's right. He's got chains. Did he do anything else besides the whole gaping maw
Which
thing?
means he can probably grapple us with the chains.
And pull you into the
Yeah.
void. Yeah. All right.
He hits pretty hard. I know that.
And
Yeah, I saw that.
I think I broke one of the chains.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, I've got a few spells I could use.
Oh, I also know he keeps a crystal on him. I don't. maybe that might do something.
Look, we somebody has to stay in the back. Somebody has to get up in front of him. And if I'm gonna be the one up in front, I need to make sure I've got some extra.
I should probably be the one in front.
Do you want to take the sword then?
I can use it.
I trust you with it more than I trust me. I will take that out of my inventory.
Do I feel anything when I grab it? Feels like a regular weapon.
Yeah.
Can't attune to it, etc., etc.
No, it seems its properties are sort of self-imbued.
Okay. I can stay in the back, and my Eldritch Blast don't work very well apparently. So.
Wait. So why do we need to be up close next to it?
Because we gotta use a sword.
We don't have to use
Only
the
that
sword.
sword kills it?
No.
I don't know. It might do something cool.
We don't have to use
I don't
the
think it
sword,
does.
but I know that I can handle its attacks, and if we all stand away from it, then it's just going to run for one of you guys.
I can try to.
It's fine, it's not very fast.
I can cast a spell that can keep it in one spot. It creates like a magical bond and it holds it in one spot. If you guys want that.
That's fine.
You
I
can
can hit it
hold a
from
creature
far away.
in one space.
Mm-hmm.
That would be great. And then I could.
if
I can make it laugh really hard.
If it is.
I'll just get my crossbow and go.
That'd be terrifying.
I mean, yeah, I can do that. I can also hold it down, if need be.
It could just break out of my thing.
It's okay. I've got one too.
Okay, so you two keep it in one place. We'll do as much damage as we can to it.
Okay. I wish I could give my frigid embrace to somebody else, but I can't.
I could.
AKA Armor of Agathis.
I could give you bark skin.
She gave Altair box skin.
Okay.
What does that do?
It will make your body stronger, and you're kind of gonna look like a tree for a little while. But it's an oak tree.
You've
so
become your worst enemy.
Megan, mechanically speaking, what?
Mechanically
I have to
speaking,
chop
you
myself
have
down.
armor class of you can't have an armor class less than 16 regardless of what kind of armor you are wearing.
Yeah, you're at a 16.
Nice.
And so you just have a 16 armor class?
Yes.
Mhm.
That's actually really good.
Yeah, that boosts up my AC by 2.
Yeah, you should.
Well,
Is it concentration?
The only reason I asked is because there were certain spells that like.
How long does it last?
Yeah. No, I don't think it's
Well, because if it's like your AC becomes blank plus this, then it actually cancels out my.
It's permanently
It's-
16, right?
It
Mhm.
says in the target's AC can't be less than 16 regardless of what armor it's wearing.
That's awesome.
So do you get the bonus from your armor still, or are you just at 16?
That's a good question.
It depends on if the armor gives like a plus. If the armor gives a plus, then
She
you
doesn't
gain.
wear armor.
Oh, well then.
Oh,
Yeah, it would go to 16
Yeah.
in this situation.
Yeah,
really
it would
quick,
just go
this
to
spell
16.
Target's gonna go like target's AC can't be less than 16 regardless of how armor it's wearing.
I think it would just be.
I mean, that's second level though. It's
Mhm.
really okay.
I think it would just be a 16.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it lasts for. How long does it last?
an hour.
An hour? Then.
And it's not concentration.
In what situation have you used this spell before?
It is concentration.
It is.
Nope.
It is. That's
She
a-
protected that tree.
Oh,
What
yeah.
does it say?
And
Oh,
regrew its bark.
It is concentration.
that
That's
little
great.
C up there, I didn't see.
Never mind. It is concentration. That's the only card.
Yeah.
Which means you can't wild shape.
Yeah, it means you can't wild shape. It also means you can't
Yes, other concentration.
can't cast the hold it down the monster
Oh yeah,
thing.
maybe this isn't the greatest idea.
Well, no, it is. I can hold it down if I can get it to laugh really hard, but only for like one round. Once you hit it, then it'll stop laughing.
What
Mine
about
is
we go
for a
into
minute.
what about we go into this with knowing what we all can do and then just improvise.
So the plan was that they just hold it at a bay, and then you and I do the damage. Whether or not we do it at range or melee, it just holds it in place.
But
Yeah,
if that
although,
fails,
I don't
let's
know.
improvise.
I don't
You
know.
got wrecked last time you were up in the front.
Yeah, that's because I had to save you from getting chomped on.
That's true. Sorry about that.
I can be
We
300
should
feet away.
discuss this while we're walking towards the creature. Raise the sword up. Is it pointing in a direction?
I gotta be at
Yeah.
least within 30.
It seems to be
So I can be very far away.
that way. I mean, if you don't know which way north
I'll
is.
go
You
that
need
way.
to stay up in there.
You begin to walk.
I'm walking with you.
Okay. She walks out of the building and is down the street.
Okay, we're just going. And as I'm walking, I'm like, we're just not gonna have a plan. Okay, that's fine.
We have a plan, and if it fails, we'll improvise.
So you didn't cast Goodberry?
No, I just used the
mangoes.
the
okay.
fruit that I found.
The mangoes.
And then made water.
And
You guys,
I did create water.
Yeah, okay. You guys finish up your breakfast. You're full for the morning, but you feel like it won't hold you over as the berries have before.
This fruit is good. We won't get scurvy now.
What?
Well, if you're on a
Oh,
ship for
I
a
actually know
long
what that is. Yeah.
What is that?
time, you need so fruit has like special vitamins and everything that you need. You don't know how to get it when you're at sea for a long time. So it's good that we're,
What's a vitamin?
What are you talking about?
Anyways,
Fruit's got magic properties that stop you from getting sick.
yes, yeah, you nailed it. Sorry,
I know that.
I don't know what I'm talking about.
Infinite wisdom.
So,
Okay.
do you feel like we need more of a plan, Ket?
Finding some fruit.
What?
No, I don't know. I think that's a good plan as long as I'm not up in the fray. But the thing is, I can be up in the fray if need be, but I don't have to. Can be a way.
Do you have something ranged to use?
I've got Eldritch Blast, but
Okay.
it doesn't seem to work.
You should just like.
All right, I'm gonna practice.
Yeah.
I'm gonna fire at a tree.
Okay. This tree is growing out of the center of an older building. You guys are still in the town. Okay, roll damage.
10.
Seems like it's
Wow.
working fine.
Yeah, you shoot the tree and chunks of it explode off and it begins to creak.
Oh, it works. Okay, all right, we're good. Let's go.
It collapses
Oh!
in your direction.
Oh my.
Yeah, make a dex save.
11.
Alright. Yeah, you have a bit of time because you shot it at a distance and it slowly begins to creak and collapse in the direction of what part of it is missing.
A lot
And
more
you
powerful than I thought.
duck out of the way.
Cool.
That
That is not how he does his Eldritch Blast. I don't know why I'm doing it like that. He takes his arms and he pushes them out like that, and they kind of it's
cool.
like two beams that collide together into and then they turn into one thing that
That's awesome.
forward.
I can still cast one of the spells, either the bounding one or the bark skin, and also wild shape into something else.
You can concentrate while you wild shape.
Yes.
That's awesome.
I don't know if we should use the bark skin one.
I think we should use the one that's going to keep the creature down.
Well, if you nah. That's a good idea. You're good.
Oh, cool. And just follow in that.
Okay.
Follow the sword.
It takes about an hour, and then you guys are finally out of the town, or out of the ruined village. And a little bit of the ways through the forest. It takes quite a while, but you eventually enter an open field that spans pretty far. It's sort of repeatedly surprising just how big this island is. And out into the field there are ponds of water that get to be pretty big, and there are large dry craters that look like things have fallen almost endlessly on this island. At the worst areas in this field, it looks like almost a honeycomb is what the earth has been turned into. You guys continue further and further. It takes 2-3 hours passing this empty field. You find some dead trees that are sort of sunken into the earth, and short grass and some moss has grown over everything that used to live here. In the very far distance, sort of on the horizon as the sun is actually beginning to set now, you see one of the swords stabbed into the island. Of the two, one may be in the island, it may be in the ocean, but this one is actually dug in like a mountain. And you continue walking and walking. It takes a long time. It is barren, the wind is blowing, and that's about the only life that you can feel from this island.
I don't like this place.
Hours pass, and the creature's eyes begin to glow, and it is brighter today.
Hey, Logan, would this place remind me of the wasteland?
A little
Would you
bit,
say?
yeah.
Okay.
In sort of an odd way, not specifically. And eventually, as you continue forward, you're holding the sword out, and instead of pointing forward, it begins to point down.
Is there anything below us?
Out in the distance, you actually do see the largest crater you've approached so far.
I think it's in the crater.
Alright, maybe we should be a little stealthy.
At their worst, some of the critters you passed were about the size of a ziggurat, so maybe 100 and some feet wide.
I mean, I've stealthed before. I know how to maneuver my way around, stay quiet. I'd go check on it.
I mean, we could all just go. It's a big hole. It's a big hole.
I mean, some of you are very quiet.
I can turn into a snake.
As you get closer, you're standing at the edge of this crater now. It is 300 feet wide.
Jeez.
It's about the size of 2 football fields in full length. And at the slope at its depth, it looks to be a little over 100 feet down.
Do we see anything in it?
There is actually, at the center, sort of encroaching on the rest of the open plains, there's a ravine that is formed in the middle. And that looks to be where the sword is pointing.
Down the
So
ravine?
there's a crater and then a ravine in the
Yes.
crater, and it's, oh my gosh, it just keeps getting bigger.
I think we're supposed to go down there.
I lied, I can't turn into a snake.
Oh, okay.
Yes, I do think we're supposed to go down there. It may be one of the other creatures and not the chained.
I'm gonna stay at the. How far down is the ravine?
About 120 feet. At the ravine you can't see. Because you're hundreds of feet away and it's just this.
We can
Deep
see that the
river.
ravine exists, but we
Mhm.
can't see down it. I don't see anything else. Just the ravine. We could just walk over there.
Yeah, you go ahead. Can I? Do you grant me permission to look inside your eyeballs? Outside your eyeballs.
What? Oh, I think I saw you do that. Sure.
All right, I'm gonna sit down.
It works.
Nice.
You're willing.
Walk down.
Okay.
I'll tell you I'm coming with you.
The heat of this creature's, the Titan's eyes, have been pretty warm. It feels sort of like a midsummer day in a natural area, but as you get deeper, it's colder, as if you passed a barrier once you entered this ravine. And it's almost chilly as you get further and further down. And you finally approach the ravine and you look down. It is a couple 100 feet down. There are areas of rocks that are jagged. It looks like maybe you could make your way down if you could find a way to cross those gaps. But the sword is now pointing directly below you.
Well, it's definitely down there.
Okay. So wait, there's gaps in between, like.
Yeah, and naturally as a ravine would form, there's sort of different layers and stuff that you can maybe...
How
Find your way down.
wide are the gaps?
At their worst, they're about 40 feet from platform to platform, straight down.
So it'd be like a 40-foot drop.
Yeah.
But we do have room.
I got this. Don't worry about it. Can I teleport?
No, if you go down there, that it might be down there. None of us will be down there.
Do you teleport?
Yeah.
Okay. You bolt down. How far can you go?
60 feet.
Okay. At the furthest area, you shoot down 60 feet. You are enveloped in darkness because you can't see the eyes of the Sunfather anymore. It feels like real nighttime for the first time in a while.
Okay.
And it is actually warmer in here now that you're out of that crater.
If I look up, can I see Altair?
Yeah, just barely. She's in the distance, very small.
It's really dark down here.
Can I see him?
Do you have dark vision? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
When I am in her eyeballs,
Yeah.
do I use her
Yes.
dark vision? I don't use my own.
You adapt to using whatever eyes the creature
Oh, weird.
has.
So I could, like-
if you did it to a fly, you'd probably lose your mind.
I can't do it to the fly.
I could get you guys down here. It'd just be a lot of work for me, but I'd be less useful in the fight.
Abris, are you staying with Ket?
Yeah, I'm currently
I'll turn towards.
French braiding Ket's hair.
I'm like, Iris, I know you're doing that.
Yeah.
I'll turn towards Ket and Abris and look at them and I'll wave them over.
You see
back.
the figure in the distance sort of begin to move, but you saw her.
Thanks, Iris.
So welcome.
Ugh, my
Very
head feels
beautiful.
tight. I'm gonna make my way down.
Yeah, your hair is a little tight.
Mhm.
Feels bound right there, and then you can't really feel the rest of the locks.
Okay.
Okay. You make your way up to the ravine. In the middle, it is dark. Do you have dark vision?
Nope.
Do you?
I don't think.
I don't.
Yes.
You do? Okay. Yeah, you can see it gets to a point where it's pitch black at the very bottom. Avarice, about 30 feet in, it's too dark to see.
It's in shades of gray, though.
Yeah. So at a certain point, it just becomes a blur.
How is it down there, Olo?
It's pretty dark. It's kind of nice.
All right. Hey, Avarice, can you see down there?
You also both feel very cold.
Okay. I don't have any spells that can make light, so sorry about that.
I could turn into a spider.
My body is a light.
Do you want to turn into a spider and then sit on my shoulder?
You can be a light.
Yeah, you don't remember when we went and we found Dr.
Oh,
Brown?
that's right.
Yeah.
You can be a big old disco ball, so...
Do you want to do that?
Yeah, but I'm down here right now, and I need to get you guys down here. So
I've got a
hang
rope.
on. I think I've got... Yeah, I don't got anything.
I've got a rope.
Yeah, that's right.
And I've only got spells that can damage, so... How are we going to do this, guys?
well, are you ready?
I've got a rope.
Do you want to
he
use
says
your
he
rope?
can get us down there.
Don't... okay, if you can. I mean, don't use your power.
Well, that's how I gotta do it.
Well,
We
I
could
could just
jump.
use my rope.
You want to?
No.
Don't jump. You have so much to live for.
Well, oh... No, wouldn't work.
All right. How long's your rope?
50 feet.
If you should try.
I can't see that far down.
I'll put on beacon so that there's light.
Okay. Yeah, you drop it down, and where do you tie it to?
Tie it off to?
Mhm.
No.
It's mainly just old, cracked dirt.
I can hold it.
Nothing has
How are
grown in
you
this
going to
ravine.
I can get you down. That's cheaper if I only have to get one person down than all of you.
All right.
I don't mind.
Well, whatever you gotta do. I can't do anything.
All right. Well, I'll tell you should definitely hold it.
I'll hold on to the rope.
I will climb down.
Make an athletics or acrobatics check.
Ooh.
Avarice, how much do you weigh?
Huh?
How much do you weigh?
With
Avarice, how much do you weigh?
With my pack or without it?
Both.
About the size of a goat.
Above 10 pounds?
Yes.
I think goats
Okay,
weigh more.
never mind. How about
Huh?
just you? Do you weigh less than 10 pounds?
No.
Okay then.
I'm gonna be preparing the catch.
Okay.
Avarice. I mean,
Yeah, she's about 10 feet up, and how tall are you? You're like 5 something?
Yeah.
You can almost reach her when she would reach the end. What'd you get?
I got a 10.
Alright. It's a very rickety climb, and you have no experience climbing down ropes.
Nope.
So as you're making it down, you sort of slip and slide and burn your hands on the rope just to get back to the point where you were at, and eventually you make your way down, and then about 10 feet to the end of the rope, you slip and you fall.
Dex
So,
save?
Yeah, dex
Okay.
save. For both of you.
15.
7.
Alright, Avarice. Olo was ready to catch you. Not yet. As he's reaching upward, you sort of slide and hit a rock and you fall. But just before you would have fallen off the platform that he's at, you grab the edge and pull yourself up.
Do I take any damage or?
No.
Okay.
You're just breathing very heavily and your heart is beating rapidly.
Nice job.
Do I need to slide down too?
Yes.
You
Alright.
would have probably heard a scream.
Are you okay?
No, I've fallen all the way down. Ah.
Oh my god!
She's dead.
Oh my god!
I'm so
We
dead.
let her fall and she's dead!
I'm so
She's
dead.
dead!
Cat, you can see
Oh
her
no,
down.
I'm so
Yeah,
dead.
she's right there.
Hi, Cat.
It's such a far fall that I'm still falling.
I fell 10 feet.
Like Spy Kids. You're just falling forever.
I love you, Cat.
You're mean! I'm gonna slide down.
Wait, it's only 10 feet?
What?
No, I fell 10 feet.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
10
okay.
feet from the base of the
Are
rope.
you,
so
you
it's-
how
got it.
far are you down?
15.
60 feet?
60 feet.
Okay, alright. I'm gonna get on the rope and slide my way
Okay.
down.
Make acrobatics or athletics. Come on, Cat.
Could...
You can do this.
Hang on.
You can do
Could
this
I
one
do
thing.
something to make this a little bit better for myself?
I hope so.
Help me catch it. Okay.
Alright,
easy
I
falls.
try.
Yeah.
I would just make it slippery.
Cast grease on the rope.
No, I was gonna freeze it.
Oh. Yeah.
Didn't that make it worse? You just slide
Okay,
down.
so I'm gonna say I'm preparing for anything. First of all, I'm going to be casting little bits of frostbite
Yeah.
onto the rope so that I can slip down it so it doesn't burn my hands. And then if I
Okay.
fall, I'm going to be casting Icy Savagery, aka
Extra hit points.
no, that is the one that makes claws.
Oh, nice.
Okay. I forget what
That's
the
pretty
actual
cool.
name of the spell is called, but I'm going to be using that to grab onto anything
Okay.
so that
It's
I
like
can
mutate
break
or
my fall.
something.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, as you're sliding down, you frostbite. You damage the rope a bit. It is a little bit less durable, but you sort of make little blocks of ice that you slide down and
Okay.
stop at.
Huh. 5.
Oh gosh.
We have our hands out.
Can I deceive the rope? It'd be a 7.
It'd be a 7. Well, then you're saved. The rope's like, I guess. No, that is not what happens.
Great.
As you're about halfway down the rope, your heart is beating rapidly, and you've only done this on boats where there's water below you.
Mm-hmm.
And as you're going down, your hand shakes, and you don't quite cast what you want to. And as you slide down to stop at that, it shatters, and you begin to slide all the way down the rope.
I'm going to try and cast that cantrip to try
Okay.
to use it as
Yeah.
claws to hold
As a
us
reaction,
on.
you can do that. Make a athletic or a strength save.
Oh, God. 6.
Doesn't it give you proficiency or something with the claws?
No, the claws just make me do damage.
Oh, they don't give you climbing speed or anything?
All the spell says is that I can use it to like slice at people, but I'm just trying to be creative with it, so it's up to you.
Yeah.
how that works.
The,
they are
the ice is very
fingernails, so it's just like they shatter.
About halfway down your fall, they explode from your fingers, and you dig them into the ground, and you stop your fall a little bit, but they shatter, and you begin to fall again.
Oh,
You're
okay.
now falling about 20 feet to the ground.
Are we within reach?
Yeah.
Okay.
You're standing below the rope. Did you want to try and catch
Is the
him?
rope near me?
It's behind you, but you're falling too quickly.
Okay.
What did you want to do?
I did cast a spell, so I could cast another spell.
Yeah, I think you would fall quicker than a round would pass. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Alright.
Ola, if you want to catch
Dex
him. Yes.
Like
Dex.
mage hand, it's too hard to cast.
I told Abras to
Yeah,
prepare too.
so I'm
but,
like,
I can cast mate.
yeah.
21.
21. Okay. Ket, you are falling. Your fingers hurt, and you slam into a turtle whose very graceful arms catch you perfectly and throw you onto the ground. You only take 1 bludgeoning damage.
hello, cat.
It's very
Ah!
it's very warm in here now.
Ugh,
It's close.
gross in here.
Could you pull up the rope?
Sorry, I kind of freeze burned it.
You wheel it up pretty ornately, so it's a nice tight circle.
Yeah.
Okay. And then what?
All right, give me a second, and then I'm gonna like cast something on the ground.
Okay.
Hey, Abras, can I have a good
I don't have any.
And then, like, all right, you ready?
Sure.
Okay. And then we'll just swap places.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
All
Yeah, it's very disorienting. You're standing there, and he asks you if you're ready, and right as you say yes, the world around you changes, and you fall over because it's so wildly disorienting. You're on the ground now; it's fine,
You have
but
stomach sickness.
yeah, you're very confused and dazed. Although you've done this a
Hi,
hundred times
Altai.
before.
Yeah, probably. Could you scoot away from that circle real quick? I don't want to just teleport inside of your body and then that's bad.
Oh, that would be nasty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll step away from
Okay.
that.
You are now subject to sea rhino attacks, but damn it.
Dang.
Uh,
Trying to avoid that.
and then what I had casted is the anchor, so I'll just teleport back to that.
What is that?
The anchor allows me to. It's like.
Oh, that's right.
It's
yeah.
just a cubic area, and then it's like
That's awesome.
at any point when I want to teleport, I can just go to that spot
Okay.
instead of
Yeah.
wherever.
You shift your placement and immediately revert back.
Should have.
Mm-hmm.
Thought maybe I could have just cast an anchor up there, and then we'd be able to just skip on out when we're ready. It's a little too late for that now, so.
Yeah, how are we gonna get out?
We'll climb up.
It will take.
We can barely climb
I
down.
do have a grapple for the ropes.
If we wait several
Abras
months.
can turn into animals.
If we wait several months, I can turn into an eagle.
I mean,
Spend months down here.
Yeah.
we can just use the grappling rope
A
again.
normal-sized eagle and get yourself out.
Bye.
We can just use the grappling rope again when we need to get out. I can also teleport from here all the way back up. So.
Alright.
You look at the sword that is in your hand, and instead of pointing straight down, if your back is against the wall, there's maybe a 5-foot area that you're standing on, and the ravine is maybe 20 feet in that direction. So the edge of the blade would sort of be pointing like that. It
So
looks
it
to be.
should be close that way then.
It looks to be maybe behind you, not quite inside the ravine, but in some sort of cave, and a little bit further down. You actually, as you look over where this sword is pointing, you see another platform about 20 feet down, and there is, you didn't notice it before, but there is a cave entrance there.
I think it's just right down there.
In your head. I think we should only speak via minds at this point. If you want to communicate with anybody, I can tell them what you want to know.
I also speak psychic.
Oh, hey, and Olo's here too, so. I forgot that my pact just lets me do it. I don't even have to cast a message. I can just communicate to anybody.
It's a single one though, right?
Yeah, I'll tell the same thing to
You can do plural at a certain point, I think.
I have to take a discipline to do it.
Okay.
It says any creature I can see within 30 feet.
Okay. Yeah, they're all very close to you.
I'll tell Avarice the same thing. Just, hey, we're gonna probably just speak through minds so we don't make much noise. It's Ket. You know who it is. Don't act like that. Yes, it is. It's cute, but... Hi.
You ruined your hair.
I fell!
I'll fix it.
The braids are still there, but it's matted and sort of strung about.
I'm sorry.
It's okay, I'll fix it. Come here.
Oh, we gotta go, okay?
No, come here.
Okay.
I'll fix it. Put a few little flowers
Alright,
in there.
both of you wait for 4 or 5 minutes
Sorry, I was just doing my hair.
as Abris labors at Ket's hair. It is now very beautiful.
I can do your hair too.
No, thank you.
You have a +1 on all persuasion rolls for people who like hair.
Sweet.
Altia, do you want me to do your hair?
No, thank you.
My big.
No.
Big
Okay.
turtle claws.
Big meaty turtle hands.
Just palm the whole head.
I used to do my sister's and she really liked it.
No, it's fine.
Okay.
I have this weird feeling that like all of Olu's family, this is in your head, was just frogs.
Probably.
Can they respond to you?
Yeah,
Okay.
we can just communicate.
Yeah,
I think that's
okay.
how it works. Mm-hmm.
Nice. That's very convenient.
What?
Yeah, it's really nice. I don't know why I have a message.
Abris, you finish up the hair. It's very nice.
The
Let's go.
message does have a longer range, right?
Yeah, message has a range of 120 feet.
Yeah.
That has a range of 30.
Okay. So how do you get down to the other platform? Yours ends sort of very close to you, so it's about 10 feet over and 20 feet down.
We could do the rope again. It's not nearly as far down this time.
What, we have another way to get down? Where are we at?
Yeah, we have another platform.
Just
Okay.
point
How-
down. I'm like, I think it's right down there.
It's at that exact point where, like, if I jump there, I could either make it or I'm looking at it wrong and I die.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I really wish I could help out in this situation. There's nothing I can do.
Try teleporting down to see if we can gauge distance at least a little bit better. See
Sure.
if or you could just drop the rope down. That's a good way to gauge
I'll
distance
hold on
too.
to the rope and
Okay.
drop the other side.
Just straight down, or do you try
How far?
Down to the piece that
Yeah.
we need to go down to.
to? You do, what is it, maybe a third of the whole rope, and it looks to be about the same distance as where the platform is. It's a lot shorter than...
About 15 feet, maybe 20.
Oh, that's not bad.
Oh, that's not bad at all. I'll slide down.
You want to go down first?
Eh.
I can go down first, and then in case you fall again, I can catch you.
You look heavier than me. I'll go first.
There is about a 7-foot gap between the two platforms, so you'd have to jump pretty well.
Oh wait.
So wait,
It's
so go down and then
Like, you're
swing?
on a platform up here.
Mhm.
It's about 20 feet down and then 10 feet
Oh.
over, and there's a gap with a platform maybe 60 feet down.
So it's like steps.
No,
No,
it's
there's
like
like a
there's one
little
step
hole.
and then a huge gap and then another step, like
oh,
a
so I'll have
platform.
to jump.
Yeah,
Oh, otherwise I die. Okay. Yeah, I
Or
don't
fall
even need
60
the rope
feet.
then. I just need to jump really good. Okay. Yeah, fuck it. Let's do it.
she is holding onto the rope that's hanging straight down.
So you could swing, like grab it and then.
Yeah, I'm not that strong.
You did just watch him fall down the rope.
I used to do this. I know how to do a tuck and roll. All right, I'm gonna try to use acrobatics to try and like twirl jump to the other.
Can you jump that far? Like mechanically? Because
I don't know. Can I?
Well, mechanically speaking, I think if you take a running jump, you can jump a number of feet equal to half your strength score.
Plus 10.
Plus 10.
That's a lot.
A long jump, like 20 feet.
I don't know. I think if you have a, I don't know.
Yeah, look it up real quick. Is anyone else going to do anything, or are we all waiting for Ket?
I think I'm just waiting.
Okay.
Otherwise, I was just gonna teleport.
Jacob, while you're looking that up, Abris, you see the little cave in the area, and a very, very faint amount of what looks like a green gas is coming out of the top. It's a little too.
Nature to
Yeah, roll nature.
I lied. I
It looks like this.
My
We're up
psychic
here, and we're trying to get here.
telepathy lets me talk with anyone that's within 120 feet of me. So.
Okay.
Do you like my
That would be a
weird
big
little-
old 6.
Yeah.
It looks very foreign. This whole island isn't exactly natural.
Never mind.
What is it?
It is.
Jacob?
Steven?
I don't know. Dean,
Yes.
Dean's giving me frogs.
D&D wiki.
I lied. It is discipline. So
Yeah.
I got it.
When
I
you
found
make
it.
a long,
We're on
jump.
hold for mechanics for
When
a
you
couple
make a
of
long
minutes.
jump, you cover a number of feet up to your strength score if you move at least 10 feet before the jump.
Oh,
so
nice.
What's your strength score?
So I can go 8 feet.
Yeah,
So he
it's
can
about
make it.
just barely. It's about 14, 15 feet wide, the platform. That
As
you're
long
on
as he's able to run first.
Can I go back 10 feet and do a running jump?
Yes, of course.
Otherwise, you can only do half.
You guys are going to have to back out of the way, though.
All right. Am I gonna need a roll?
Yeah, go ahead and make an athletics at
Ket.
advantage.
Ket.
Or acrobatics.
Whoa.
Have any of you seen green fog before?
Green fog. No.
Have you seen green fog
I
before?
don't believe
Only
so.
got half.
Because
Right.
there's some green fog down
Maybe.
there.
You've seen a lot of
And
weird
I don't
stuff.
know what
I need to roll?
it is.
It doesn't ring a bell.
Oh,
Is
okay.
it where we're jumping to?
Yes, look, right there.
Well, sometimes when Greg farts.
Is it green fog?
Oh, bless.
Sometimes.
The fog.
Okay. Yeah, you shoot it. It's what, force damage?
No, it's
Eldritch Blast is force.
Yes.
Okay. A piece of the rock above the cave shatters and falls into the ravine. You hear it cling and echo.
Yeah, like
Might
that
be a bit
fog.
deeper.
Looks gross.
It's very faint. Actually, does anyone have a light source yet? I think I misspoke because you don't have dark vision.
We have
No,
the
I
disco
don't.
ball.
Are you?
Oh,
Are
yeah,
you a
he's-
disco ball?
Yeah.
Okay.
It lasts for an hour. I don't think
You
it's
would have
gonna-
just barely, very faintly seen it.
Mm-hmm.
What color are you right now?
Okay. Make either
It's like,
acrobatics or
maybe it's not even
athletics
green fog.
at
Maybe it's just fog and the green light is.
advantage.
14.
All right. Yeah, you managed to do it. Your foot sort of lands and you almost sprain your ankle as you.
Well, I'm doing like a tuck and roll.
Yeah.
I like roll with my shoulder.
You know exactly how it goes. So you do a barrel roll and you can press A to shoot if you'd like. You land perfectly.
All right. Oh, that see, not hot.
It's a little rough.
You guys can do it.
Okay.
Do I smell anything?
It does actually smell pretty bad.
Oh, it smells like farts down here.
Uh-huh.
Ugh.
It's just a bunch of Gregs. They're all down there.
I don't see any Gregs
It's just
or Liams.
total.
As you're standing in front of the entrance of this cave, the air is very, very hot and sticky, sort of like a sauna if the sauna's steam was from burning moss.
It's really nasty down here too.
But do you think you'll be able to make that jump, Abris?
All right, average jump. I'll catch you.
I turn into a spider.
Okay.
What type of spider?
A wolf spider.
Is
Ah.
it also giant?
Abris.
Yeah, is it large or is it?
It says that it is giant, but can I also just turn into
Yeah.
a small?
Do you want to be a
spider?
small one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Do I-
Abris, there's a little hand next to the where you are.
That's so awesome.
I'll crawl along
Okay.
the wall and
Oh, hey,
I'll lab down.
I pick up
Yeah,
the spider.
there's a little
The
floating,
banshee.
like, frozen demonic hand that's trying very hard to catch you.
Come here. Get on my hands. Get over here. Do not. I'm gonna pick you up.
No,
I'm gonna pick up the spider. Bring her up here. No.
She's
Could have been
about
danger down there.
halfway down. You had a very hard time trying to grab her without killing her.
You
and
look really gross too. Ugh.
my little front legs.
Okay, you're coming up here.
Alright, I'll jump.
If that were me, I would have jumped into the ravine already. Spider.
Did you roll the rope back up already?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's Abris. It's a cute spider.
Yeah. It's got big eyes.
Yeah.
I'll jump next, I guess.
Okay.
Cool. So I can go 15
You back up.
feet.
You know.
I can go 15 feet on my jump. So.
Yeah. All right. Roll athletics at advantage.
That's a 16.
All right. Yeah. You almost overshoot this platform and you slide just to the very end. There's a couple feet between you and the rest of the ravine.
Okay, you didn't have to use your legs. You could have rolled.
Oh, I could poison people.
Like I did a roll.
Yeah.
She turned into a spider, and I'll tell you, it's just like BAM! Right down, and I'm like, jeez.
All right.
Olo, how are you even going to do this?
I don't know.
Just do like the Yoshi egg. Where you
I don't
roll
like.
spot.
I don't like. I don't like to be in the air very long. So.
Are you able to teleport down here?
Yeah, but I feel like anytime I
Someone
should
put
save
like
that
a
for the
zip
fight.
tie in his shell. And just,
Okay.
what?
Would you say that
are
I
you
have...
able to do it in the air if you
Hold on.
miss?
Yes.
Can you
Okay.
slide on your shell?
No.
I can make the ground icy.
Why?
And you could like slide over.
Why? Do you know what it's like to be on your shell as a turtle?
No.
It's not nice. Imagine
I
if
just figured it's like a
imagine
big suit.
imagine if I punched you in the spine and then you couldn't use that anymore and you had to try and travel around. That's what it's like being on your shell.
Do you have a
Have
spine?
you ever seen...
Yes.
Okay, then you got 2 spines. So if I had 2 spines and 1 spine broke, I'd be okay with it.
You missed the whole analogy, Ted.
Spencer,
Would you
had a
say
question.
that I have the abilities of a giant wolf spider, but like half the hit points, or because I'm a small spider,
You have
or-
1 hit point.
I have 1 hit point?
Yes.
Okay.
And any damage that you do would be minuscule. It would be a 1d4 minus 1 with
So I
a
just
chance
have
to
like
poison.
I can
think.
crawl on a wall and...
Yeah.
So how does this work? How does
I
it
really
work?
hope this is Abris.
You can jump equal to your strength score.
It's like
Equal to your
rearing
strength
back
score?
as you look at it.
So
So what's
I have a strength score of 10.
So you can jump 10 feet. You can
Okay.
long jump 10 feet as long as
Okay,
you make
and
the
it's
red
7
start.
feet away?
Mhm.
Is that what
Yes.
it is? Okay. We won't die from falling that far.
Hmm?
We're okay falling that far.
I mean, the 3 of us made it.
All right. I'm gonna run and jump. Do I
Okay.
need to roll athletics?
Yeah.
Okay.
At advantage.
Okay. 12.
All right. Yeah, you barely make the jump, and your shell, your body, your everything is incredibly heavy.
Yeah.
And you plummet, just barely making it that 7 feet, and land with a very loud thud. The
Oh,
earth
like I'll
cracks
probably be like
and
all
more rubble
fours.
falls
Like,
off.
oh, okay. I think maybe I might just stick to teleporting from now on. It's kind of hard to do.
Jeez, Olo, you okay?
Yeah.
All right.
Mhm.
You take any damage?
No, I'm good.
All right.
Maybe a little bruises later, but
Your shell's just a bit scraped on the chest.
okay.
So is it harder on the back than it is on the front?
To do stuff like that?
Well,
What do you mean?
I'm gonna walk over to you. I'm gonna like up to your chest.
Alrighty.
Is it
It's
hard?
like probably some padding. Yeah.
I'm gonna go to the back. Is that harder?
It's a lot
This is
rougher,
more like
yeah.
leather, and then that would be like
Yeah.
bone.
Interesting. So is this actually? This is not a part of your chest then. This is you can like slide into this bit.
Yeah.
I think it's all
It,
like
it
your
is
skin
part, like,
is
if you-
attached.
Yeah,
to
it's
it.
I'm attached to the shell. This is-
so like
this is
the
my
nerves
skin.
are attached to it. Oh,
Yes.
gotcha. So you can feel it if I poke.
Yes. I can feel it if you touch
Oh,
it too.
it's kind of nasty.
Sort of like if you run your hands through your hair. I feel that.
He's essentially naked.
Yeah. Well, I
Wait,
mean.
so Ken is like. So you
Oh, no,
naked
you have
right now?
clothes.
I wear clothes.
Okay.
Do you? I'm gonna look at your art.
Okay.
Yeah, it's over there.
Okay, you're wearing clothes. Okay, never mind. I didn't know. But you could beat it. Do you have like a? Never mind.
Yes.
Let's. No, I don't want to know. I don't want to. No.
The turtles are proud of their endowment.
Uh-uh.
All right. And on that disturbing note, we're gonna go on break. Did we get any money?
Yikes.
I don't have my
Logan,
phone, and I'm
you're gonna
logged in.
ruin everything.
Tyler, I'm logged in as you.
Oh,
so-
thank you for putting a picture of him. Thank you for putting a picture of him.
I'm not gonna say it like that anymore. We don't deserve any money for what we do.
Nope.
Tyler, let's see your sent messages, because that's
Oh,
how I'm
no.
doing this. Where am I headed, Tyler? Help me out.
I'll just.
Your beautiful face is gonna come on screen
Tyler,
if you
come
get
on
any
the
closer.
stream.
Yay!
We're in trouble. All right.
A
Okay.
glimpse.
Is that from today?
Those are all from today.
The Saturday one at 5:18.
Not that.
Okay,
much.
that was freaking me out. Thank you, Flopmind, for $20.
Hey,
I
Flopmind!
can relate to that username because I
Dude.
do that every day.
He's the guy who also gave us the mic. So
Yeah,
he's-
and-
Oh,
I
yeah.
love that guy.
Yeah,
That's
really
awesome.
cool.
And he told me happy birthday.
Super
That's
sweet.
adorable.
Yeah.
Thank you, Duncan Cameron, for the $5.
Hey.
I will be using that at Taco Bell after Jacob takes a cut. Thank you, Duncan Cameron, for $6.90. Thank you, Duncan Cameron, for $3.10.
Yeah, Duncan.
I'll get
Duncan
Taco Bell.
Cameron
Duncan
donuts.
that
Oh.
money. Tyler
skills.
breaks.
You guys didn't see that, but
No.
Logan just
I
threw
did.
Tyler's phone.
I
Cool.
ruined everything, and I have it open right here. I didn't even need the phone. It loaded. Bye. I'm leaving now before the stream goes
Break
off.
time.
Welcome back to Tesseract, the most story-based D&D game on the internet today, where we take everything seriously. Now, you guys are standing on a ledge. I forgot to get your minis for the break, which is actually why I started. So that was a mistake. But you are here on this area, and you are standing on the ledge just outside of a cave that is leaking gas.
Does it smell like farts?
It smells sort of like burning moss. So it's sort of natural and a bit dirty, which is a nice relief to the rotten aspect of what you're smelling.
Okay. How far is the ground? The cave entrance.
Oh, it's right on the platform that you're at.
Oh,
You're
cool.
outside of the
Hey,
cave.
you guys want to go into the fart cave?
Yeah.
The sword is now pointing straight into the cave.
Cool.
All right. I think we're supposed to go into the cave.
I think
Yeah,
so
let's
too.
do that.
All right. All right, we're done with this. We're done.
Somebody put, oh wow, Nikki looks different than usual. Who knew she'd host? Oh man.
Because Nikki is such a
You just
beautiful
toss it.
blonde.
Yeah. How are we gonna do minis? I'll get
Yeah.
some.
Okay.
Yeah, just grab minis. It's like, I don't know.
Hold on 1 second.
How
Oh, behind set, guys.
Whoa!
What? That's not a wall?
Whoa!
They saw the bow. Now they're gonna make fun of me. Damn it. All right.
Man, none of
Logan, that bow's not strung properly.
I know, Colton. It's strung in storage, but I don't know how to string it back normally because I would do it wrong. Oh. Okay. You can turn on the combat board now. You are outside of the cave.
Oh, cool. I can just see it right here. That is so much easier.
Oh, my stream.
Literally pull up the stream. It is so much easier. Can I? I'm not going in first. Screw that.
I mean, I'll walk in.
I'll go in.
Yeah.
I'm a spider.
The
Nope.
spider takes the charge.
Yes.
Can I head over?
Yeah.
What is this? Can I see it? Like, if I walk up to
It's
the front.
sort of difficult to
Why
see
am I-
the
okay,
area.
I'll take it.
You're this one?
I don't care.
Okay. 15. I need you to make a Constitution save as you approach it.
All right. That's fine. Natural 20.
Wow. The smell is terrible and horrendous as you approach it.
This dice.
But it's like it means nothing to you. You sort of adapt and you rewire your brain to think that maybe this smell is pleasant to some people, and that completely stops any sickness that you would have received.
All right.
Okay.
What am I spider?
Cool. What do I see when I
So-
step over there?
You see thick, green, steaming fluid, just puddles all throughout this area.
Hey guys, I think this is why it smells bad over here.
What is it? I'll walk in.
Okay. You walk in.
I'm gonna pat Olo's back and
I
make
see
it so I can see through his eyeballs.
Do I see this?
Not quite yet. I'll
Okay.
wait until everyone's in the room.
I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm in
okay.
Olo's eyes.
Oh, okay. So you're sitting outside the cave.
Yeah.
Abras, you enter,
As
and
a spider.
yeah, it takes you a long time. Olo steps over you because you're super tiny, and spiders aren't the fastest thing in the world. Unless you're trying to kill them, then they're like lightning.
Yes. I am a
Um,
spider that is
yeah.
trying to live, so I would like to go faster.
Okay. You guys step in. Olo, you see thick pools of some green fluid that is steaming, and it's causing this sort of plume of thick smoke to hit the ceiling and head out of the front of the cave.
All right. And then I'm assuming you're right there with me. Okay.
No, I'm
Yeah,
over
she's
by
standing over by one of the pools.
Oh, okay, okay. You're
Do
just
you want
seeing
to
what it looks
approach?
like. Yeah.
Okay. Make a Constitution save. as you get closer, you are hit with this massive wave of some horrible smell.
14.
Okay, you can withstand it just barely, but it is not pleasant.
Okay.
You see this as well. Can you only hijack 2 senses, right?
Sight and hearing,
Okay.
but I can feel my body,
Yeah.
so it's very disorienting.
It would be. And as you guys look over, you see a creature clinging to the edge of the cave, to the wall. You can play something different now.
Oh, something different,
Yeah.
more a little bit more scary.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no.
It is a surprisingly small creature. It's a blue lizard that almost was hidden inside the crack of this wall, and as it climbs out of this little hole that it was resting in, that some of the fluid was pouring out of, you see it's got blue, thick scaled skin. It's about 4 feet long and a couple feet wide. It's about the size of a small dog, maybe. It has 6 red eyes that line the sides of its face, and 6 surprisingly wide legs as it sort of stumbles and it seeps into this pool of fluid before walking right outside.
Does this look like anything that was unmarked on the mural?
Yes.
No. Yes, actually. It looks like that small lizard. As you look over at it, I need everyone.
We have the stream open, so we
So
can see
the
it.
picture
It's all
came up, and I was
photos.
just like, ah!
I need everyone to make a Constitution save, including you, Kat.
Me too?
Every single person.
Okay.
Check.
How dare you betray me like this, Dave?
It's getting serious.
Not natural 20.
All right. You feel some odd presence begin to pierce your eyes and try to envelop your body, and you shrug this off as the creature sort of deters whatever would have happened from you. Kat, what did you get?
I got a 7.
Kat, your senses immediately snap back as your eyes are now the same red color, and you look at your body, and just as you see this stone begin to envelop your skin, and you are frozen in place. What did you get? 12?
My entire body?
You barely beat it as a spider. Yes, it slowly goes over your entire body. Did you want to move? Your legs are now crisscrossed as you're snapping back into your body. You can move your arms and your head for a
Am I
half a
sitting
round.
down?
Yes.
Can I move my arms and my head?
And your head for about 3 seconds. What do you do?
It's not enough time to cast a spell, so I'm just gonna be like, oh shit.
You barely...
Does it completely?
Yes. You barely resist this feeling as you sort of understand something horrible was about to happen.
Am I still a spider?
Yes.
Okay.
Olo, what did you get?
11.
Olo. You look over and you see this creature, and all 4 of its eyes pierce your soul. You feel your connection to everything around you immediately lock off as your body is slowly encompassed in this stone.
Am I petrified? Because I can
Yes,
have
you
that
are.
condition.
Yes. So are you, Olo. All right. Did anybody roll initiative yet?
No.
Okay.
I don't think I should.
Is that what we're doing?
Yes. Abras, what'd you get?
I got a big old 2.
Woo!
As a
I'll tell you.
spider.
14.
All right.
These dice are not
Olo.
rolling well.
And Kat.
7.
7?
Screw this dice, man. 8.
Nobody goes. All right, hold on. Roll for him. He got a natural 20.
I guess my fate was set in stone.
All right. Immediately as it moves outward and it sees at least one of you begin to be covered in this stone, it grins very widely.
I weigh 3,000 pounds now.
Wow.
Why
If-
is
if
it-
we have
You're
so
like
I can't
the-
carry you.
That's the petrified
The
condition.
densest statue in this room, and the floor below you actually cracks as you sink into
doubles
the
your
old
weight,
stone.
or-
It increases your weight by a factor of 10.
And it begins to move toward Olo, and just about as it's about halfway there, its skin spews out more of this fluid, and you realize that it is actually the source of this. I need you to make another save. Constitution.
A 17.
Okay. Yeah. The pungent smell means almost nothing to you now. And it is your turn. The creature is very close to you, and it has approached Olo. It seems to be looking him up and down.
Or
All right.
to get enveloped, I guess, by
Yes.
the little by my buddy.
You feel power well over you.
And I'll run up to him.
Okay.
Move
all right.
me to him, and I will throw him.
Roll attack.
I have the sword in my hand. I'll use the sword.
Okay.
I'll reckless attack to get advantage. And that's a 14 to hit. Unless there's any other bonuses I don't know about that the sword has.
It has a +1 to attack
So
and
it's a-
damage
Hey,
against
nice.
this
It's a
creature,
15 to hit.
which just barely manages to hit. So roll damage and add a 1.
That's 7 damage.
All right, nice. Where are you attacking it?
I'll strike for one of the eyes.
All right.
Nice.
You steel yourself, knowing what it could have possibly done.
I'm sorry, that's 9 damage.
9 damage. All right, nice. You swing down, and you cut through 2 of the eyes on the left side of its face, and it screams in pain. Ket, I need you to make another Constitution save.
Oh, please. Oh, please. I'm completely...
You are covered in stone. You are sentient, though. You feel like you can fight this with one last cry.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, let's freaking do this.
So if there was ever a time to succeed on a save,
I'm using the good one. So, you know what? Use my really good one.
All right, nice.
Use my DM one. Don't fail me! It's the third 6 I've rolled. In a row. So that's a 7.
All right.
Screw you. You had your chance.
All right, Ket. Having regained your senses and feeling yourself one last time, you feel like there's nothing you can do. And you are sitting in this position as you leave yourself. You feel
I'm not gonna do that.
nothing but a faint connection to the old man. And just as you feel almost as though you're dying, you see a figure that is not the old man, and it approaches you slowly. This figure is the most terrifying thing on any scale that you have ever witnessed. It is enormous, but not on a local scale. It's almost on a celestial scale as you feel untethered to your body. You see Jen, the god of death, approach you slowly. And just as it reaches out for you, you realize there's a chain wrapped around you, and you are pulled back into your body. You are still stone, though. You cannot move.
Okay. The petrified
no.
condition says I'm not aware of my surroundings. I'm basically like I'm unconscious.
Right now, the only thing that you see, you feel like you don't have a body,
Okay.
but you are staring at the old man in empty space.
That's fine. Okay.
You are both bound by the same chain.
Cool.
And as there's no floor below you, you see the chain that's connecting him, and it is digging through the ground and connecting to you.
Okay. Okay.
Olo.
Can I
That's
make a con save?
Crazy.
Yes.
Be good to me like you were last game. It's better. 16.
All right. Yeah, just as this creature opens its mouth to take a bite of its newly prepared meal, you snap back and the stone rolls off of you like dust. You are yourself again.
Alright.
On a success, I think at the end of its next turn, so you cannot move.
Okay.
Abris, you're a spider,
As
a
a
very
bonus
tiny
action,
spider.
I revert back to my little
All
halfling
right.
form, and I will cast Moonbeam.
Healing what?
Moonbeam.
Moonbeam, nice.
Yes.
I love that spell.
It is a...
This is a very weird place to use that spell.
Yep. I mean, it gets the job done.
I have a question for you.
Yes.
Technically, mystics don't have a somatic or verbal or anything to their spells.
Yeah.
So, in that stone state, could I have still casted?
No.
Okay.
You aren't tethered to reality at that point. You're just barely hanging on a thread to yourself.
Okay.
You have a move action and an attack action. What
Yeah,
would you like to do?
I cast Moonbeam.
Oh, that's right.
Yes.
I briefly
so
forgot everything. What does it do?
It creates a pale light in a 5-foot radius.
Okay.
40 feet high.
Okay. It reaches the very close ceiling of this cave.
When a creature enters the spell's area for the first time on a turn or starts its turn there, it is engulfed in a ghostly flame that causes searing pain and must make a con save. Or take 2d10 radiant damage on a failed save, or half as much on a successful.
Okay. It was a Constitution save?
Yes.
It gets a 6.
It fails.
Yes, it does. Roll damage.
And then, if this is a shape changer of any sort, it reverts back to its normal
I
form.
think so. That'd be very weird.
6 damage.
All right.
And that stays there. And I'll say, don't go in there.
The creature is wreathed in these blue flames that engulf its body, and its skin begins to burn very softly. A couple of its scales sort of bake over. And it is top of the round. It's the basilisk's turn. It is going to make a bite action on you.
I did not process that it was a basilisk.
It is a not natural 20.
Misses.
Okay. It does?
No.
Do not. Shut it. Alright. You take 8 piercing damage.
Alright.
And
am I technically still considered petrified for this round?
no. And 3 poison damage.
Would I be smart enough to know to close my eyes, or could I roll intelligence?
Yeah, roll intelligence, because this is not natural.
Just a saving throw?
Yes. Altair, you are on
17.
deck. 17?
Yes.
Yeah. You think you can look at this creature, but you felt its eyes were what was probing you. So if you could stay away from its eyes, you should be fine.
I'll try not to meet its gaze.
What are you doing?
Almost as as if it's not her own decision to, just because I feel like whenever I rage, the thing that would come to me is more like a savagery type of thing, right?
A little bit, yeah.
See?
It's much easier to let go and just continue doing what you're doing.
She'll move behind the creature, but as
Okay.
she does so, she's gonna throw the sword to the ground and pull out her axe.
Okay.
And she will recklessly
The sword clangs to the ground. Make your attack.
I'm
With
not
advantage.
here anyways.
Yep. That's a 18.
All right. Roll damage. Oh, I forgot.
Rolled an 11.
You better not. This
so
is
that's
my baby.
11. So that's 15 damage.
Oh my goodness. Alright. You cleave straight down into this thing. I forgot to describe a small aspect of this creature. On its head, sort of as a part of its skull, there is a crown that seems to have been
Embedded into it.
Yeah, it's like it's part of its skull, and in the very center there is a crystal that's almost identical to the one that you saw earlier. And you dig right above that. The skull splits a little bit, and this green fluid begins to pour heavily from this creature's skull. Is that the end of your turn?
Yes.
All right. It is Ket's turn. He is a rock. Olo, your turn.
Okay. So this thing's like right on top of me right now? Is that what's happening?
It's right next to you, and it's at your feet, more or less. It's just a couple feet tall.
Oh, that's right. I forgot it was
Yeah.
that small.
You're actually facing Abris as she cleaves into its head from the back.
Oh, okay. Would I have advantage if I attacked it right now?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Did you
I'm just
mean-
gonna do that then.
Altair.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah,
Yes,
so-
I'll tell you. That's a very weird image.
If I were to throw my spear, would
Mhm.
I still get advantage on it, even though it's like right there?
No.
No? Okay.
Because that would be a close range.
Yeah, that's
attack,
true.
Yeah.
Let's punch it.
I'm not punch.
Let's punch it.
I'm gonna go ahead and just pull out my crossbow and shoot.
Okay. All right.
Um,
Point blank range. You aim it between this thing's eyes.
Yep.
Roll damage or roll attack.
okay.
This is with advantage.
With advantage?
Yes.
All right.
Whichever one.
Oh my god. All right. I think it's like a 7 plus 4, 11.
Okay. It digs into the ground as this ooze is pouring out of the creature, and it burns in the fluid that's leaking out of its body. Abris, your turn.
Is it still in the same spot?
Yes, it hasn't really been able to move.
Okay, I think that it takes the damage again.
Does it have to make a save again?
Moonbeam, if it starts within the beam, then it takes the damage, I believe.
No, I think it'd have to roll again.
Or start its turn there unless... Yeah, it makes a save
Yeah.
again.
Okay. It's a 9, 10, 11. Wow, he fails. He got an 11.
Yeah, that fails.
Okay.
The save is 13. Just
Okay. Thank you.
He takes
Open the program.
15
Wow.
radiant damage, I believe it is.
Tim,
It
could you
pierces
grab me a
through this
not soda
creature.
soda?
And its figure begins to sort of
No.
shake. I mean, I can't really describe how this does damage, but it is just in immense pain.
I like to imagine it like burns it almost.
Yeah.
It's like a burning sensation.
Sort of like
Does that count as my action?
The
as if-
moonbeam?
Continuing the spell?
No, it's a
No.
bonus action.
It's a
to continue
concentration spell,
spells.
right?
Yeah.
Oh.
It just stays
Oh,
active.
it
Yeah.
doesn't use
So
it
I
in a second.
can cast another
doesn't
spell?
use as long as it's not a
So, yeah.
concentration based spell.
Okay. Cool. Then I'm gonna cast...
It's like it's setting this whole thing's nerve system on fire.
It does 1d8 nerve damage.
Yeah.
Oh,
Owie ooch,
fantastic.
ow my bones.
First, you can just call it cola.
Cola, just cola.
Soda.
Yeah, guys, drink cola today.
I don't have any other spells that I... Oh wait, I'll cast Frostbite on it.
All right.
Yep.
Roll attack, or does it?
It's
have to do
another con save.
God damn it. Okay. 12.
It fails. Cool.
Hey.
Con saves are this thing's weakness, apparently.
And yours too.
It takes 6 damage.
Nice.
Jesus. Yeah, this thing is in very apparent
It has disadvantage on its next weapon attack.
Doesn't have a weapon.
I know.
Okay.
It doesn't matter. It's just its next attack. Its
Yeah,
bite
no,
is a
that
melee
makes
weapon
sense.
attack.
Okay, it's top of the round. This creature's turn. The seeping of the wounds actually stop as it sort of closes off whatever's producing this acid. It will turn around, and as a Hail Mary, it will attack you, Altai. Natural 20.
Wow.
So you take...
Whatever damage it is, it's halved.
Alright, you take 17 total damage of bludgeoning and
That's
poison.
already halved?
Piercing and poison, yes.
Alright, are we doing
Massive damage.
massive damage? No.
Not yet.
17 damage?
That was halved.
It was a crit.
It was a crit.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. The poison begins to seep instead of out of its wounds, it seeps straight out of its teeth and into your skin. Okay. I'll take your turn.
Alright, reckless attack with the great axe.
Alright.
Kill this thing. Nice.
19.
Okay, roll damage.
Sounds good. 8 damage.
How do you want to do this?
As it bites into me,
Mhm.
as it like reels back from
Yeah.
whatever, from the attack.
Agonizing moonbeam.
From the moonbeam.
Yeah.
I just like almost not even carrying it in the moment. I'll
Okay.
just bring it straight down onto that gem.
The
Like-
gem.
Like
Okay.
onto that aspect, right?
Alright. The centerpiece of its crown, Jacob, you're going to need to change the music.
Okay.
Right as you bring it down, this creature collapses and the gem shatters, and everything changes. The world around you shifts and sort of rapidly progresses in time.
Maybe I shouldn't have done
Mm-hmm.
that. Oh
And
well.
this blue energy from that gem expands around you 300 feet. And you are now standing outside of the ravine that you were just in. Ket, you're actually here and you can see this.
I'm not stoned?
Not now. Oddly enough, all of you are standing in this area watching.
I know what it is.
There is no crater.
Oh, whoa,
There is
whoa,
no
what?
ravine. There is a thick forest. It looks like all of the trees here have grown around you again. And you're looking up. As you look up into the sky, you see thick red clouds begin to roll over the sky. The figure is not there anymore.
The giant
The
thing?
giant is not there. You are looking as red clouds roll over
Hey,
Can
what's
we
going
tell?
on?
Is it red clouds because it's sunset, or is it just they're red?
It's red.
Okay.
And it's not the same as the clouds before. They look further away. And you see as a few figures begin to pierce these clouds. It looks like comets are falling from the sky. They crash around you, just beyond your range of vision. It looks like everything beyond that 300 feet just sort of stops, and you can't see further than that. And you see these comets that are falling begin to vanish as they exit that area, and then one, much, much larger than the others, begins to plummet, and it is heading straight for where you're standing.
Run!
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll run.
Bolt away.
You all try to run, and you aren't moving. It feels sort of like a dream as you're standing in place, and this figure crashes exactly where you are. And as the dust clears, moments pass, and the crater is now there. It is the same size as the one that you were just standing in, except in the center, instead of a ravine, is a figure. It's wearing black, pulsing armor like a void. It is about the size of a 2-story house, perhaps larger. And it removes its helmet, and it looks around. You are at its feet, and as you look up, you see this figure has clay-like skin, and there is no face on this creature. There is a thick beard that slowly grows from nowhere. This face had no expression, it had no senses, and it grows further until the beard is resting at the middle of its chest, and it reaches its hand out. Ice explodes like a storm coming from the tip of his finger. Trees around him shatter much, much further beyond the area that you're at. Laughter echoes. Infinitely, it rains across the skies, and he begins to walk away. And then nothing. You are back in the cave. The crystal is gone. You see where the crystal was resting looks somewhat like glowing sand, and it begins to flow out of the cave and straight up out of the ravine, this small little cluster.
I think that was the past.
I think so too.
Am I still stoned?
Yes.
Can I roll like history to see if I remember
Mm-hmm.
who that figure could be? Okay.
My Lyra said she had memories when she killed things.
6.
Maybe that was
6.
one of them.
It's sort of skipping you like a pesque vu. You can remember every aspect, but nothing to pin it down.
Mm-hmm.
It has something to do with what happened 100 years ago.
Okay.
You know something about figures coming from the sky, that's about it. You think this might have some relation. That's it.
Alright.
You're standing in this cave. The creature is now dead and slowly turning into a pile of skin and entrails in this acid that it has produced, and it bubbles away slowly. The creature is dead.
I look back and Cat's stoned.
Yes, you see actually no one knew what he looked like because he hadn't entered the room. You figured he was still looking through you. You felt that connection vanish, but you thought it was because that figure came into you. And as you look out of this cave, there is Ket. But he is a stone.
Do either of you know what to do about this?
I'm gonna lay a hand on Ket, and then try and do restore health. I'm just doing it. It probably won't work, but
You actually, as you dig into your well of power, you feel as though a very thin part of the new sphere has returned.
Oh, okay. Well, okay. I'm still trying this.
Yeah.
It
Okay.
says you cure it of a condition which could be blind, deafened, paralyzed, or poisoned, or you remove one disease from the creature. So
Nothing
Petrification
happens.
is.
yeah, I figure it's not.
This feels more powerful. As you do lay your hands on searching for someone to relieve a condition of, you feel a faint connection, and you think that he may still be alive.
Okay. I'm gonna try and like speak into his head, like Ket. Tick tick. Can you hear me?
Would you be?
All right. Well, that's the best I got.
How
Right,
heavy is
figure
Cat
out.
now?
Probably like a.
Jacob. I
Cat,
actually need to know
we
this.
will actually cut to where you are now. You have returned to that connecting chain. The figure in front of you is now slightly more familiar. He's not looking up, he is facing away from you.
Are we in like a void, or are we in where we normally are?
You're in a void,
Okay, cool.
which is why you can see the chain that digs into the ground.
Who the hell are you? What was that? Why am I here?
There were days before you,
Yeah,
Captain.
I know.
You think your questions are significant? You think answers will change anything?
Yeah.
Mortals are misguided in their understandings of reality.
You don't understand mortals very well then.
Can't say I have any relation. He pulls at his chain slightly,
I'm not wanting to fight you.
as if you had the option.
I'm sure others have.
Only one.
What'd you do?
Do you think I chose to be bound to the earth?
I figured somebody put you there for a reason.
And I hope he's dead now.
So he did. He put you there. You traveled all the way there, and you got stuck in the ground, just waiting for somebody to walk upon and find where you were.
As I stated before, mortals are nothing but confusing to me. There was once a time when I understood what purpose I had that was stripped away. Not long after. Where I am now is where I was placed.
What are you?
He stands up. You feel the chains sort of rise out of the ground, if there was one, and you are pulled closer to him as a result. You really want to know. I am a single fragment of the reckoning. You hideous creations. You were never meant to be made. When we saw, when he saw
Who?
what you had become, could not have it. We all paid for serving a purpose. Now there's nothing. I am in waiting
Yeah.
for commands. That is what I am.
You're my curse. You're also a blessing. I never wanted any of this, but I suppose I deserved it.
You and your kind deserve one thing. Fuck is going on?
Somebody's drilling downstairs. Huh?
Yeah.
Oh, nice. All right. They probably can't even hear that. We're just freaking out. All right.
No, they can definitely hear that.
What? Death? Kill me then, let me die. You won't let it happen. You're too afraid. I'm not scared of you, not anymore. I saw the face of death and you took me away from it. You need me. I expect this should be more of a symbiotic relationship. I don't bow down to you. You can torture me all you want. I'm stuck in a piece of stone down there. Can't do anything with that. So we can just sit here forever. Is that what you want? I just hope that somebody hopefully stumbles into that forest and finds that despicable-looking creature bound down by chains, only wanting to die. No, you want more than that, don't you?
What's your end game?
I don't know. I want to find out who I was, the memories you took from me. Maybe I don't want to, but if I find out why I don't have those anymore, maybe it'll give me a sense of purpose. I care about my friends. I care about this thing. I want to know what happened. I want answers. That's all I care about.
Your memories will be your payment for your pride. He sits back down. He rests the chains in, and you feel yourself get pulled further away. And the rest is silence. We'll cut back to you guys.
Okay.
You don't feel anything when you touch him. All you feel is that he is alive.
How heavy is Ket?
You can actually answer. That's
Yeah.
sort of
I
important.
don't know, like
That's
1,000 pounds.
Over 1,000.
Yeah, very, very heavy. Yeah, about the size of a large boulder, so.
Alright. How much can you guys lift?
How do I find that out?
Go to equipment and then click on weight carried. If you're
yeah,
using
I'm not
Beyond.
on D&D Beyond. So
Oh,
I can. I think the most I can do is 300 pounds.
I think it's 3 times your strength score.
Oh, well then 30.
Average
Sorry,
roll
30
wisdom.
times your strength score. That was
300.
Yeah. Okay, so
23.
You think that if you were to turn into an ox,
Yeah.
you're familiar that they're.
I was gonna say,
Yeah.
all
Okay.
three of us put together.
That would cross your
I
mind.
don't know. I could turn into an ox, but I don't know how we would get carrying.
Are you able to teleport inanimate objects? I guess Ket would be that now, right now at this moment.
Me
if you could
as
teleport
an ox
him,
holding Ket.
or that.
Classification, he actually still is a creature.
Okay, then
Okay.
let me. I'm assuming Ola wouldn't know that. Like he doesn't know whether or not he's an animate or inanimate object right now. So I'm just gonna test it.
That's fair. Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry for metagaming as the DM. I'm not supposed to do that.
Poor Ket.
If you could teleport him, I can use the rope to get myself back up.
Well, see, here's the thing: is that regardless, I'm gonna need to rest before we go back up because I can't. There's no way I'm gonna be able to get us all back.
Well, I can use the rope and then Abris could climb. Or you could turn into. Oh wait, no, because you need to be able to be
If I
an
nap
ox, don't
for
you?
about an hour, I can turn into a spider again.
Let's at least get out of this ravine.
Well, I want to test whether or not I can still switch places with him, or if he's considered an inanimate object. In order to do that, I want to have enough juice to get us back out. So,
Could you get him out?
maybe, but it'd be like a Hail Mary thing that I'm just kind of trying.
Would it be dangerous?
No.
Go ahead.
Well, in order to do this, I would have to be able to see him, and he'd be within 60 feet of me. So we'd have to get him to that point.
Okay, well, because frankly speaking, I'm getting tired of the smell. It would be nice to be not in the ravine when we rest. I'm pretty sure that this smells poisonous if we're in it for too long.
Maybe.
I think if it's because of the other thing, it's because of that monster. So it would be nice to not be down here.
Can I search around in here for
Yeah.
anything?
You walk around a bit. I need you to make a Constitution save.
Alright. Is it against poison?
Yes.
I have advantage.
Okay.
Not natural 20.
Okay. You pass by these pools of acid, and it's nothing really insane for you. There isn't really anything in this room. Mainly just puddles of poison and acid, and the place that it was resting seems to have welled up the most, and it actually has a little funnel that leaves the cave. If you were to crawl in there, you could probably find where it goes. But
How far Do you remember on that second or the first ledge we went down, I placed an anchor?
Yes.
How far is that from where we're at right now?
That is about 30 feet at the worst, close to 25.
It's only 30 feet away?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was like 20 feet down, 10 feet over. 7.
I'll be right back.
Okay.
I'm gonna teleport to that anchor.
Okay.
And then switch places with Ket.
It works.
Alright. Alright, he's on that first ledge that we dropped down onto.
Okay.
And I'm out of juice.
All right.
Ket, during your stasis, if you try to mock or say anything, he's no longer responding.
Okay.
If I can I take the rope and grapple and hook it on to the one that's up and over?
It's a pretty flat surface, but there is a man made of stone resting in it if you wanted to try and grapple him with a lasso.
Sure.
Alright. Roll, would that be sleight of hand or athletics?
Trying to lasso something?
Yeah. Just throwing a lasso.
Dang. I'm gonna say athletics.
Well, I have like a hook, like a grappling hook. So in
Oh,
theory,
then yeah, you can. Sorry, I didn't.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Cool. And below me, assuming I fail this climb, is a ledge, right?
60 feet, yeah.
Okay, it's way down there,
Okay.
so it will hurt. But
A lot.
alright, little buddy's gonna need to help me out, so I will do that to
You'll-
get
okay.
advantage on the climbing check.
Alright.
Woo! 21.
Alright, yeah, you do it just fine. The ledge holds you as you pull yourself up. You are now on this platform.
Alright.
I think it's 60 foot straight up
So, yeah, straight up.
Yeah.
to the exit.
Okay, and then I'll take the side with the grapple.
Okay.
I'll throw the side with the grapple over to their side.
Okay.
Alright, you guys can climb up now. Although I can hold you two.
Okay.
I've lifted you before, so
Just a small spider?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I'll go
It takes you
all
a
the
little
way
while,
up to the
but
top.
if you'd like to try, if you'd rather stay down there, it's up to you.
No, I'm gonna try.
Alright.
I'm gonna try and climb the rope.
okay. Now roll athletics.
Alright.
I assume your own muscles can accommodate for your weight, so you can pull yourself up as a normal person would.
Yeah, sure. 9.
Unless you 9.
Unless
Alright.
unless you fail.
Yeah, you begin to slide down. Is the full rope is loose?
I'm holding on to it
Okay.
because I straight up like
You're holding onto the grapple part?
no, I took the grapple part off so that it would have weight to hold there. I'm
Okay.
holding on to the rope.
Oh,
and then-
okay.
Yeah, because
Yeah, you slide down about 30 feet, and you manage to stop yourself, just barely, but about 40 feet down is the other platform.
all right. Just hold on. I'm gonna try to start like helping him
Okay.
up by like pulling him.
Okay.
So
Roll strength.
I got 3 uses. So hey, buddy. What is that? That's a 14.
Having fun, Jacob?
It's a 14.
This is a good D&D game for you to play.
It's a 14.
I'm so sorry. 14, yeah, you get him up. You're about 10 feet down the rope. You're still holding on.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I get him up.
Go a little bit further. Make another check. This one will be
Can
easier.
I also take another check?
Yeah, if you want to climb up a bit more. What the heck was that? Okay.
All right.
15.
15.
Yeah, I also
Yeah,
got 15.
alright, you guys do just fine. You're all on the platform now.
Alright. Can we sleep here real quick?
Spider
Pretty tired.
Iris climbed all the way out.
Okay.
I need to
Oh,
also.
all the way up?
Mm-hmm.
Alright.
You're just-
Takes you a while.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I sing a little spider tune, but in my head because I can't speak.
Down comes the rain and what the spider now. Okay.
Wait.
No!
Alright,
You
cool.
guys are both
Yeah,
on the ledge.
we-
Ket is with you.
Ooh,
The
it's not
spider.
bad.
Rest for an hour. And I'm gonna roll some hit die.
Oh, I need to sleep all night. Is what I'm saying.
Are you serious?
Alright.
Yeah. You don't get mystic points back until you get a long rest.
Ooh, a shower.
So, Abris, after a while.
Wait,
you make your way.
I have an idea.
Okay.
I, after an hour,
What if?
can turn into an ox.
That's a short resting.
Mhm.
That's awesome.
And then I can throw the rope up
Throw
to
the
you.
rope.
I thought you went all the way out.
Well, when I turn back
Oh,
into
you're just shouting down?
That happened.
Okay.
Hey!
So if I get the rope up to you, because I have my own rope too, we can make it 100 feet, and then
tie it to Cat, and I can drag you out.
yeah, the ox can drag us out.
All right, let's do that.
Cool. How are you going to tie it to your foot as an ox?
I tie it to my halfling foot before.
Okay.
Should work.
Let's hope that works.
So we'll short rest.
Okay.
And then try
You
this.
can always just keep it in your mouth too.
Hit dice. That's not bad.
Maybe. But
You roll my third one. There we go.
Nice.
I'm back to full.
Aberus, you can roll hit dice if you want.
I don't take any
yeah.
damage.
Okay. Okay. All right. The time passes. You guys wait for 1 hour. Okay. It's now about 3 in the afternoon. It's still pretty dark where everyone is.
Cool,
It's
so-
sort of dim lighting for you.
So yeah, so I'll take my rope and Abrus's rope, which I have, and I'll tie them together.
Okay.
Then I'll take the grapple, tie it to one end to give it some weight for when I throw it upwards, and I'll throw the grapple side upwards
Yeah.
towards Abrus
Okay.
so she can grab onto it and pull the full rope up.
Roll athletics again. See, everyone thinks that like dexterity is the most important thing, but when you're doing tedious stuff like leaving a ravine, strength is good to have. Never mind. Doesn't make it all the way and it falls right back down.
Try it again.
You got this?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Sorry. Just still tie it.
All right,
I
you
got
keep
this.
throwing it up till you
24.
make it. Okay.
I'll take the grapple off.
Okay.
And I'll tie it to my foot.
And you turn into an
My
ox.
arms are still a little
I'll
sore
try to
from
like
pulling
double
the rope
knot it
earlier.
so that it's on there real good, and then I turn into.
All right.
And I hope that the entire rope doesn't turn into the ox with me.
Oh. You're not carrying it. It is carrying you.
Yeah.
So.
Cool. So you tie it to yourself and then let the other side down.
Yeah.
Alright, cool. And then I'll tie it to.
Yeah. As your figure begins
Like
to
cat
warp,
statue.
it's very
Yeah,
tight
like a cat statue
around your
and then-
ankle
Mhm.
because it's
Yeah.
a little bit thicker, but you feel like you could probably begin your march.
Okay.
And then I'll hold on to it.
Okay.
I don't know how many people I can pull up at once.
Roll strength with advantage, Aberus. Whatever
An
your
oxen is
yeah.
considered to be a huge animal for the purposes of determining
Yes.
its carrying capacity. So.
Oh wow.
So what's its
Yeah.
strength?
+4.
+4, so that's at least an 18.
Yeah.
So 18 times 15 is what?
Is it times
I'm
15?
gonna overrule it.
No,
We're not
it's-
gonna do math. You
Okay.
can do it. Just
Okay.
you got to beat the rolls.
Oh no.
So athletics with advantage.
So that's I do the +4, right? 'Cause
Yes.
I'm an ox.
You have advantage.
I have advantage.
Mhm.
Thank God.
Because you have time to do this. So it takes a while. It's very exhausting. Your rest is almost completely gone away.
Mm-hmm.
And you feel like you've done a full day's labor by the time that a stone, an enormous turtle, and a very large woman are out of the ravine.
It's all muscle weight.
Ket, you take 3 chipping damage.
Oh god.
That's really
What
bad.
does that mean for when he? Yeah, what does that mean for when he transforms back?
Cat comes
He's
back
just
and
in
his
nose
face.
is gone.
Ow! It was like a big chunk. Ooh. His finger's
Oh
gone.
no. His
All right,
finger.
so
His thumb.
should we take this back to my Lyra and see if she can do anything, or?
Yeah.
I
let's
just
do
keep
that.
walking.
All right. Hey,
You're dragging him in the dirt.
His body's just flopping around.
Thick. Like
Yeah.
you're making another ravine as you go.
Abbas, we're heading back to my Lyra, just so you know. All right.
Couldn't we put him on top of you so that we're not just dragging him?
Yeah, he's 60 feet behind her.
Can you carry 1,000 pounds? Can you lift that much?
Both of us together could maybe lift him on to.
Man, if only you guys had
I
designed
mean-
the wheel.
The most I've ever lifted is 300. So I mean,
We could try.
what if we drop it and then it like falls on my toe and then
It would probably hurt a lot.
I'm missing a toe? I need that for balance, you know? Like then I teleport
How
and then
many
I like
toes
trip
do
on a
you
rock
have?
and it's gone. I only have 4, so I mean,
That's one less than I have.
yeah,
Alright,
it's
alright.
necessary.
Well, I mean, at least can I go to the cat statue and is it just like on its side?
Yeah, it's dug about a foot deep into the ground.
I'm at least going to set him up. Sit.
Okay. He's sort of lopsided because there's a big divot where he's
it's
been.
better than his face dragging on the.
You want to wipe off the dirt a little bit?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry about this, kid. It's the best we got.
How long
Let's
does
go.
the travel back?
What do you do?
Like an hour.
You just propped him up.
Yeah, and then when she drags him, hopefully I'll retie the rope to where it's like.
Oh,
not,
okay.
I'm sorry, I didn't.
Yeah, you tied around his
I'll
waist,
retie
okay.
it to where it's not.
Yeah.
He's not just gonna go.
Okay.
Do you want to try and lift him onto Avarice?
Yeah.
He's slowly being dragged away, and 60 feet.
Are you
into
still
the
walking?
distance,
You're
there's
still
some
walking?
ox,
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll run up to Avarice.
You're at
tap
the
her.
edge of this ravine.
Hey, we're
now.
gonna try and put him on your back if that's all right. All right, it's cool with
All right.
Avarice.
So you have to make string checks for this, I'm guessing.
Yeah, just
Pretty
for
heavy
the
ones.
one heft.
Cool.
You're going to be moving at half distance with a giant boulder on your back.
I'll go ahead and actually no,
Okay.
I don't get that back on short ice. I'm sorry.
Okay, yeah. It did take a full day to walk here at
Your
normal
toe's
speed.
gone.
I'm done. I'm done. My
What did you
dice
roll?
just came.
Did you roll a 1?
No, I didn't.
Two.
I,
So your toe might be okay.
I got a 21.
I got a
Okay.
4.
You lose your toe.
God
No,
dang
I
it!
can't
I
do
told you
that.
this would happen.
So- Maximum damage! Yeah, you heft him up, and then Olo, your arms give out, and he falls into the ground. His head is now halfway into the dirt.
Hmm.
Okay, maybe that does work and I'll settle back up.
Okay. You prop him back up. Takes quite a bit of strength to do that.
Yeah,
So-
I could imagine.
Boom, boom, boom.
Can we just
Isn't
keep
this-
dragging him?
Yeah.
All right, onward.
All right. As you get 60 feet away from him, he begins to drag again. You make it out of the ravine, and for an hour, what's your walking speed after it's halved?
I hate
Is it
this.
halved even with me dragging
I
him?
just want to show you this.
Oh yeah. No, you're fine. We'll go with
It's
that.
30 feet.
Okay. So, yeah, you guys make it. Well, actually, you go for an hour and then you revert back.
I'll turn back and do an ox again, I guess.
It took a whole day to get here.
Zombie Jurassic
We
Park.
go for another hour after I revert, and then we'll have to stop.
All right. You guys are
It's gonna
now.
be like an 8-day journey.
Yeah. You guys are now very hungry and
Um,
thirsty again.
I'm
Days
not.
pass.
We could just go
You're
get
fine.
my
I was
Lyra.
gonna say, should I go ahead and you guys stay with Ket and I'll get her and see if she has a way to fix this?
You should ask her if she has a way to fix this before you come back. Because she could be like,
Are you be okay to travel on your own?
Yeah,
we
I'll
can
be
both
fine.
get food for ourselves.
I'm used to traveling alone.
Okay.
I used to do it at my home all the time. So I actually have like 5 days worth of rations too. So
Okay.
I'm
You-
fine on food and water.
You guys are about in the middle of this open
So
field.
I'll
and
just
she
keep going.
heads
I'll
off
just walk
into the forest section of the area, and you are walking into the forest. It's sort of quiet. It's very dark as the sun is setting. You feel like this creature's eyes are going to glow again very soon, and eventually they do. You walk for an hour or more. How are you guys eating?
I'll
I
go
can find
hunting
food.
if I need to. I have the Outlander background feed or background.
There's nothing alive.
nothing alive.
nothing.
Even if I like walk into the forest or.
You do find a
I think
few
at some point it's gonna get really
fruit
difficult.
bushes and stuff.
Okay.
So you managed to find pretty much the same fruit that has been growing before.
Yeah.
I'll tell you as you're walking, I need you to make a dex save.
That's fine. That's a 12.
Okay. As you're walking, just sort of humming to yourself, you feel something tighten around your leg, and you are pulled up into the air with a loud snap of a tree trunk. And you hear a shout about 10 feet away. Finally, I can't. Oh. Walking out of the forest is Captain Boots.
Yes.
What are you doing here? How have we not seen you?
Being very hungry.
Grab the sword. Does it still point off in a direction, or is it
Why couldn't you have just been like a boar?
is
Or-
it pointing in a direction?
Yeah, it's pointing at a different. You fall to the ground with a thud. Hello again.
Hello.
Otai.
You wouldn't happen to know how to make someone not stone, would you?
What does that even mean?
Have you ever fought something that, like, turned you literally to stone?
No.
Do you know how to not be stone anymore?
Just sleep it off?
I don't think that's how... You know what? Let me introduce you to someone. Just follow me. She might have food. Here.
All right.
I'll give him a day of rations.
Okay. Yeah, he devours it and continue walking. Do you want to talk about anything?
Here.
Actually, yeah, you would talk to you.
Did any of the crew survive outside of me and the rest of... I mean, Abris and Olo and Kit are still alive.
Backstabbing pieces of shite.
What did they do?
The ship went just fine. After your ship vanished into the waves, ours, everything calmed down, and that damn Hugo.
Hugo?
The big red man.
Yes.
Tall.
No, I know who Hugo is. What
Took him
happened?
a couple days, but he made a mutiny. Turned my own crew against me and marooned me on this crazy place.
I don't think it was Hugo.
It was Hugo.
When we were getting pulled away by the water, we saw the thing that caused it.
Well, Hugo's just fine.
Right?
He goes by Captain Keelhaul now. Took my ship north, said he was gonna stop as many merchant ships as he could and just destroy everything.
That just doesn't sound... That's odd. It doesn't sound like...
Well,
That doesn't sound like who we knew him to be.
you do him for like 2 days.
Yes, but someone... in my experience, someone at least shows something about the personality.
In my experience, anyone with red skin is a piece of shite.
He's the only red-skinned person I've known.
Lucky you. Keeps walking. So where's this person made of food?
She's not made of food. She just might have food. She's a little bit in the direction we're walking. I don't know which direction we're walking.
So it's just you?
No, Olo and Abris are alive too. Ket is stone now, and we need to not. We're trying to figure out how to fix that. I went to go see if she knew how to fix him. There with Ket.
So there are just people all over the place? No animals?
Only one. Only the one, as far as I know. I don't know that. I mean, Sazak, if you consider Sazak food, is here.
So?
The coal.
I didn't. Oh. Yeah, that thing. Well, good for it. The little puck stealing food pretty much the whole time we were there.
She's trying to rebuild the ship so we can get off.
We have a ship?
The remains of ours.
Is it Fishnip?
Yes, it's Fishnip.
Ooh. Well, I'll happily sail with you if that ever turns to something. She's gonna ruin my boat. Where is she?
I actually don't know. I don't recall.
All right.
Where the shore is. There's a map where
wherever we're going, just let me know when we set sail.
Well, there's a ship where Mylera is. She's the woman we're walking to. Sorry, not a ship, a map. I could maybe point you to where the ship is there.
I wouldn't mind that one bit.
As long as that part hasn't corroded off.
Yeah, you guys walk for the majority of the nighttime now, and eventually you make it back to the center of the ruins. And standing there up against the mural is Mylera, and she's looking around at it.
Mylera.
Oh.
We killed one of them.
And now one of you's a cat.
No,
and two of you died.
No. This is Captain Boots. He was with us on a different ship. He's not one of them. However, you might be able to help us. Ket got turned into stone. I don't know if you know how to fix that.
Well,
it was taking a very long time to drag him back here.
You did something. I can feel. I remember more about this village.
Yeah, we saw when the craters hit. we saw a memory, I think.
Craters. I don't.
Sorry, the meteors, the craters that are created. You didn't see that?
I don't remember anything about that. I remember the people that used to live here. I remember their culture, the way they used to live. They actually, and she sort of runs off into around the ziggurat.
Follow.
Okay. She runs into this area and ducks under things. She's actually surprisingly agile for having missing an arm, but she comes out with an old dusty tome. They used to have a lot of information on remedies. I think she'd take some time rifling through this book.
What?
They do have something. What
language is it in?
It would be in a variant Uncommon.
A variant Uncommon?
Uncommon. So it's a little bit worded differently, but
I speak. So it's like
it's
like reading the King James Bible.
Pretty
this
much.
Is a little different style, but I can understand.
It's like the difference between Guatemalan and Mexican languages.
Right. Okay.
And she says, we need ground bones. I don't have any of those. 6 of those red berries. And she goes over to the berry tree and starts plucking a few of them. We have enough of these. We need 1 of the fruit that grows native to here, and about a vial's worth of ground bones.
Okay. And a native fruit. Any native fruit?
No, I think it's pretty much the only thing that grows here now.
Okay.
It's the most common back then. People were alive.
Okay.
No, I know where to find it.
Where to find what? The fruit or the bones?
Bones.
Where would that be?
You go find the fruit. No one else should see this. And she sort of walks off outside of the mirror and looks out to all these collapsed buildings and picks one and walks off. You look over at Captain Boots, and he is just in open-jawed awe of how beautiful this woman is. He literally hasn't said anything but stood next to you this whole time.
Captain Boots?
Is that some kind of ghost? Is that a siren?
No, her name is Melira. Melira.
She's real.
Yes. Yeah.
Put in a good word for me.
I mean,
where's this map?
I'll take him to
I have
the
some
corroded.
thinking to do.
I'll take him to the corroded map by the ziggurat.
Okay. It's not too terribly dilapidated. There's a big chunk of it missing that is directly to the north.
Do I see anything that resembles the beach we were on?
Yeah, you can sort of figure, because you've been able to see this big pinnacle of sort of, it tells you where you are because you know where it is, and you can lead him. It's pretty much straight south.
I'll point out where the beach is. I'll say, Sazak is down there, working on the boat.
Well, I've got a long walk to do and a lot of thinking. If you can get that woman to come by and visit little old us, I wouldn't mind it at all.
You know, it's possible once we're done here, she might not want to stay here. This place doesn't seem very...
Well, I'd happily set sail with her at no expense. And he begins to walk off in that direction.
Odd.
Okay.
I'll return to these guys, unless the fruit is in immediate vicinity.
It grows mostly in the forested area.
I guess what Colton is saying is I don't want to play solo for very much longer.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
Unless I'm like, oh look, there's a fruit.
Yeah, it doesn't take you long. It's in the local area.
Right,
but
cool,
she comes back with a small bowl of mainly bones. And can you take me to where they are?
Yes. No, I'll walk back.
Yeah. You are exhausted now. You actually take a level of exhaustion. You've been walking around for a while. It takes you guys like...
Yeah, don't feel bad about playing solo. We're good.
Yeah.
Still going over here.
It's been about a day and a half for you guys.
Okay. This is what we do in our spare time.
You find little rocks around the area.
Yeah,
It's nice.
Don't you
Colton,
dare.
if you do
Don't
that,
you dare.
I will kill your character.
Oh no.
Alright.
Megan,
maybe
your
you
character
did it
is now
for me.
dead.
Oh, Spencer did
Okay,
it for me,
yeah.
I should say.
Oh, we all ruined everything now. Okay. Takes you a little while, but out of the forested area and into the plains, you see her walking with someone else.
We think we have a cure.
We can fix Ket.
I think so.
Well, let's do it.
So
Give
what
me
do we? Yeah, I'll give her the
Takes the
fruit.
fruit.
Captain Boots is alive also.
Is he with you guys? Did he show up?
Captain Boots.
Captain Boots,
No,
yeah.
he went back to the fish.
Ah!
What?
Can someone cut this open for me?
I'll cut it open.
I need you to grind the seed of that fruit and mix the berries in.
Okay, what? Do you think you should do this, Abris?
Sure.
Okay.
Take out my
Okay.
herbalism kit, I guess.
Yeah.
Grind
Yeah,
it.
because I don't
Yeah.
have one of those.
That's pretty much exactly what you needed to do with the mortar and pestle. You grind in, you break down the seed of the fruit, and the berries get mixed into the bones just fine. I think you need to. She reaches into the side and pulls out the book, puts it on the ground, and begins flipping through the pages. Either on the skull or over the heart should be fine.
I take some. That's on his head.
Just on his forehead.
Yeah.
All right. The little sludge sort of kind of rains down, and then it reveals skin, the blue skin instead of a stone, and it slowly begins to envelop his whole body as it crumbles off like a layer of dust.
Can you see?
You have to be so dramatic.
Wait.
You're alright.
Where are we at? What's going on?
We killed it. You turned to stone, but we got you out.
Oh, good. Oh, I don't. Oh. Cat passes out.
And that's where we'll end. I think that's something. That was a game. Woo.
Ooh.
Woo.
If you want, you can thank Duncan Cameron like 80 more times because he just keeps donating like a wonderful.
This episode was sponsored by Duncan Cameron.
Well, there he goes again. $2 more for
Duncan Cameron. Dunk all your Camerons.
And easy roll dice.
And easy roller dice.
Yeah, easy roller
yeah,
dice.
easy roller dice.
Get
So
your-
Duncan,
That's easy to
go
roll.
get yourself. You're broke now.
What?
Can't buy it.
That was a 17. It was
Wow,
so
that
easy.
was so easy.
Yeah, it was so
Oh
easy.
God. Look, he's back. He gave us another $45.
Who is this?
Thank
Dude,
you,
Same
people.
wow.
guy that keeps giving us a lot of money. Well, one of the same guys. That just
It
keeps
hurts to
giving.
move my mouth.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but you earned a badge of role playing.
Oh, thanks.
You were a rock man for too long.
Yeah.
Cat statue.
I'm so sorry.
Oh man, where's my blank dice?
All
I
right.
don't
It's
know.
in the floor.
Oh.
On the floor. Oh no.
Oh, final
On the floor.
repeated announcement. This is the last time we'll be streaming on XP Level 3, so Arcane Arcade.
Go subscribe.
In the description.
Google
Arcane Arcade's
search
down here.
Google search Arcane
Down in
Arcade
the- down in the-
for our channel so much that it actually shows up on the first Google page. 'Cause
Yeah.
Right now it's like an arcade cabinet or an arcade cabinet, and then just like some guy's table.
Don't
We
be
don't- yeah.
afraid to like hire people to
Yeah.
do that for
No,
us.
no,
Go-
no. Tim.
Guess what?
Tim. Given the way that people donate,
Sponsored
someone
by-
will actually do that.
Nope. No.
This episode
please
is
don't.
sponsored by
Look, we're saying
Duncan
don't
Cameron's
do it,
Cookie
but
Clicker.
I mean,
Click all the apps.
Duncan Cameron's cookie clicker.
Yeah.
Oh.
All right.
good.
Yeah, we're done.
All right.
Thanks, guys.
All
right.
Appreciate it. See y'all.